All right, guys, we are live. We are live. Wait for everybody to come in here. Wait for my live to start up. Hopefully, it's already started up. Deal with the lighting a little bit. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. Mike Nixon, Dylan Runner, what's going on, man? Montel, what's going on? We're waiting for we got a lot to talk about today, guys. We're waiting for Ray. He'll be there in just a second. He'll be here in just a second. He let me know. He'll be here in a second, and then Jzach will also be here in a second. But for any Game of Thrones fan, that's probably that's what we're gonna talk about first, guys. We're gonna talk about Game of Thrones first, and then we'll talk about the Giants and stuff like that. Because we've all got a lot of stuff to get off our chest. What's going on, MH? Mike Nixon, what's up, man? Appreciate that, MH. Appreciate that, guys. All right, guys. So make sure you guys, as you guys join in, make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. That like goal is going to be 25 today. If we get anything above 25, I'll be happy. So until then, I wanna hold the topics until they come in. But I'll start answering you guys' questions now, and then we'll start the show. Secondary is looking sharp in OTAs. What do you think? Yeah, I actually made a video about that. I'm going to be putting it up after this. It's all edited, it's rendered and everything. It's just that I didn't put it up yet because if I put it up as we're going live, then I mean you guys have to choose between the podcast and the video. And I just rather upload it when after the show. I'll upload it and give you my thoughts on the OTAs. But as far as the secondary is going, the secondary looks great right now. Today wasn't as strong as it was yesterday. Yesterday it was pretty strong with the secondary. They had Jabril Peppers had an interception. Janoris Jenkins had an interception off a tipped pass. Tony Lippett had an interception. I mean, the secondary looked great yesterday. As far as today, I haven't really seen too much noise making in the secondary, but a couple people still made plays. Daniel Jones starting day one? Absolutely not. I know a lot of people are talking about that. That's the storyline now because Eli Manning is struggling in the OTAs. Today he played a little bit better in the windy situations. He looked sharp in the wind today. Supposedly in New York it was windy, and so he looked pretty sharp there. But as far as yesterday, when he didn't perform very well. Did not perform very well. So it's the whole Daniel Jones situation, him starting day one, I think that's so. Unless something crazy happens, that Eli Manning just backs out on the team, he retires or he gets injured, God forbid. That's the only time I'll see Daniel Jones starting. But I really don't see him starting day one, to be completely honest. Why are you so damn slow? It's just me, MH. Just me. Should the Giants pursue drafting another quarterback next year? Oh man. If we become the next New York Jets and draft a quarterback every year, I mean, there's no point of talking about a quarterback anymore. Then we'll be the next Cleveland Browns. Like, is Johnny Manziel the one? Is this guy the one? Is Cody Kessler the one? I mean, I just hope the Giants aren't put in that situation, man, because it just seems like the Giants is just so unready to have another quarterback in the building because we had Eli for so long. And it's not like just because we had Eli for so long. It's because he never misses a game. You know, he never misses a game because of injury. So the Giants never, when it comes to quarterback position, for the past, I don't know, 15 years, for the past 15 seasons to 16 seasons, the Giants haven't had to worry about, oh, what are we going to do at quarterback should Eli go down? I mean, that wasn't even on the list of things to worry about when it comes to building the roster. Trying to fix my mic a little bit so you guys can hear I'm not as muffled. Let's see. Any news on our receivers looking Ingram? Yeah, Ingram looked very good. Ingram looks like how he should look like. He's really impressing in OTAs right now. Him and Jabril Peppers have a little rivalry that I discussed in my video, but they have a little rivalry. So it's cool. It's cool. Evan Ingram is good, man. Warriors about to take on either Raptors or Bucks in the NBA Finals. Yeah, they're definitely gonna take on probably the Bucks. The Bucks look the best right now. I thought it would be the Raptors, but the Raptors just don't look ready. Now I want Eli to start the first 5 games. Yo, Poppy Go, what's going on, my guy? Is Kid Blue the one? I don't know, man. Probably. I at this point, anybody could be the one, right? Everybody's putting this in. Anybody could be the one. How about Jet Central for Giants quarterback? You guys want Jet Central? We need a pretty face in the Giants organization. We need a pretty face. Let's put JC as a Giants quarterback. Would you rather be stuck with Jones for 3 years? He's going to suck. Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to waste your sixth overall pick. That's why I agreed with the Giants organization not giving up on Eric Flowers yet, because I wanted to get the most out of him before anything happens. To see if he could develop. I'm not the type of person where I'll draft a player and then completely, especially a high player like a first round player, I'll never give up on that player until maybe the 3rd or 4th year of his contract and not sign the 5th-year option. But if he's one season in, if he's past his sophomore season, he has a freshman season and sophomore season. He's going into his 3rd season. I'll probably keep him around. But maybe not start, but I'll probably keep him around. I'm gonna ask nicely. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little behind on the chat. It's not delayed, I promise. I'm gonna ask nicely. Can I get it? Oh yeah, MH, of course. MH, of course. There you go. I'm gonna share the stream now. Yeah, share the stream, guys. I don't know. I'm a little low on the view count right now. I don't know what's going on, but don't worry. We'll get that. We'll get that right back up. I'm surprised Eli has been healthy throughout his career. Honestly, yeah, me too. Dude's been an Iron Man so far. Waiting. Oh, Ray just texted me. Looks like we're gonna get Ray in. I hope Bavith is in here. The receivers. Yeah, the receivers looking good too, man. The only way I see Jones starting is once we're out of playoff contention. Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Wait, did they release or trade Flowers? They released him. Then he signed. Add me to the call. All right, guys. We're about to get Ray in here after not being on the show for about 2 weeks now. So make sure you guys give yourself a nice welcome to Ray. Let's get that in here. Oh, I typed that in right. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, guys. Hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Big Blue Crew news. All right, guys, here we go. And we're going to be talking. I don't know if you guys are Game of Thrones fans, but we are going to be talking Game of Thrones. Poppy Ghost is Big Daddy Ray. Yeah, I guess so. Stand up. What's going on, Cushmaster? What's going on? Valkyrie says is Ray sad that the Blazers lost? No, Ray's not the Blazers fan. That's Oh, I do want to get on. I'm gonna get on Jzach. Hey, Valkyrie, remind me when Jzach comes in. Remind me when Jzach comes in. All right, here we go. Ray's here. He is here after his hiatus. Hello. All right, so while Ray is coming on, waiting for his mic to turn on. Hello. DJ says, how old are you? I'm 21. I know it doesn't look like it, but yes, I am. What is going on? Do you hear me, Ray? You good? You good? That dude's confused with life. Hello? Unmute your mic. Unmute it. Ray and his food. I don't know if he has food this time, guys. We'll see. I heard the ending of Game of Thrones was horrible. Oh, yeah, trust me. We're going to talk about that soon, guys. We are going to talk about that soon. I need to see a therapist after this season. I know, man. I'm on suicide watch, man. Everything bad is happening to me, guys. Everything bad is happening to me right now. First, the whole Giants situation, what the Giants have been doing as of late. Of course, I've calmed down to it. But then Game of Thrones, my favorite show, I thought, no, maybe since football isn't working out for me right now, maybe I'll just sit down and watch some Game of Thrones. But no, Dumb and Dumber had to go ahead and ruin that for me. Thank God no injuries for OTA. Yeah, I'm surprised. The Giants have been known to get some injuries early in OTAs. So far, we've got no injuries. You good? You good with the production, Ray? You got? I don't think he hears me. He may hear me, but it's slightly delayed. Let's see. Sam Beal was good. Yeah, Sam Beal had a tip pass. Tip pass and got intercepted by Jabril Peppers. So that's good. I figured the Blazers were getting swept. I think everybody knew the Blazers were getting swept. Some people say game 5, but the most was game 5. Your kid blue can't stay for long. It's 1 a.m. where I am. Oh, dang, yeah, man. Where are you from? Where are you from, yeah, man? 1 a.m. Are you in Europe? My guy's in Europe. Where are you? Jzach and others just wondering. Yeah, I don't know if you guys see. Ray is here. It's just that his mic's muted. I don't know. He's trying to figure something out. He's here, so don't worry. We'll get to talking. We'll get to talking on Game of Thrones. Jack Rabbit trying to keep his job. Yeah, he's over here saying that he wants to be a mentor to the cornerbacks, but I mean he's looking all right so far. I don't hear you, Ray. Your mic says it's muted, like it's or maybe it's not detecting a mic. It's not detecting one. Let's see. Thoughts on Darius Slayton? He hasn't done much. I know listen, I had a lot of criticism on Darius Slayton because if you watch him on film, Darius Slayton is a drop machine. The guy has a case of the dropsies, and we've seen that in the OTA highlights. We've seen Darius Slayton not making a clean catch and dropping the ball. I was talking about everyone in general besides Foster yesterday. Well, what do you mean, Mike Nixon? What's up, Turtho? What's going on, man? Emmanuel, what's going on? Slayton needs to improve his hands. Yeah, that's a big thing. That's why I wasn't too happy about the drafting. I really wanted Gary Jennings, but he got taken right before. But Darius Slayton has a real big problem of dropping the ball. But I mean, in OTAs, it looks good right now. Our OTAs are going smooth. The quarterback play is not very good. Oh, the mute thing went away. Ray, speak. Hello, I heard you for a second. Speak, speak. I think he doesn't hear me, or he either doesn't hear me or is delayed. I don't know. Let me know if you guys can see Ray right now. I like your tier ranking videos. Appreciate that, Cowboy X Factor. I'm gonna make more. Don't worry. I have that running back one. I think you were the one that recommended the running back one, Cowboy X Factor. I think you were the one that recommended that. But I recorded the running back one. I just have to edit it and put it up. That should be up either tomorrow or the day after. I was saying in general, I don't think there were any injuries around the league today. We heard you for a second, Ray. Your thing it snapped to you for a second. I was saying in general, I don't think there were any injuries in around the league. Oh, really? Yeah. Some teams didn't have any. Some teams didn't have OTAs. Their OTA started today, actually. Day 1 and 2 OTA highlights are out in Giants channel. Yeah, it is. But I mean, the highlights aren't really highlights. So when is Gettleman leaving, or he's trolling? I don't. Gettleman's not leaving. Gettleman's I guess. Gettleman's I guess. I don't know. I'm still mixed feelings on Gettleman. I still trust him. I don't want to get rid of him. Everybody say I can see Ray now. You saw him for a split second. I don't know if you guys still see him. Do corners next for D-line. If you talk about the positional previews are going to be. I usually do the offense first and then the defense. One John Rebuttal, what's going on? One John Rebuttal, OGR, what's going on? We're gonna be talking some Game of Thrones, OGR. But I seen that you wanted to you told me that you wanted to collab. I don't mind collabing whatsoever. You just hit me up and see how we'll record it or whatever. Hello?
Joe, do you hear me?
Yes.
What the heck is wrong with this? You know what? I give up. I give up.
Yours is still
I give up.
yours is still delayed.
Huh?
Your thing is delayed.
What do you mean my thing is delayed?
Your voice from audio is delayed. What'd you do different?
I tried to use my iPhone as a webcam so I don't have to be on my phone. But what the hell? Even shows like even looks weird on the YouTube thing. Not that all right. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm, I'm just switch my phone and then you call me from there.
All right,
All right.
cool. Everybody, put an F in the chat for Ray. F in
Listen,
the chat for Ray.
put an F, a L, and put a freaking
But
put iPhone's K because obviously iPhones suck. There's one there.
Emmanuel Quinones, appreciate the dono, my friend. Appreciate the dono. He said hashtag G-Man. Thank you, man. All right, Ray. Let me know when to hit you to
Hold on,
add you
wait,
back in.
before I switch, thank you for all the beautiful people acknowledging my presence. I like it.
Yeah, everybody's putting F and L's in the chat.
Yes. You gotta put iPhone K too. iPhone K.
They don't know what that means, man. They're not from New
Different,
York. And some of them are from New York.
bro. Everybody should know what K means.
That's not a national thing, bro. I'm sorry. It's not national.
So just put iPhone with thumbs down. How about that? Everybody should know what that means. I'll be back.
All right, bro. All right, guys. That was our special guest, Ray. You're gonna clap it up. Clap it up. Woo! What a performance. What a performance. Florida Gators. Cowboys and Zeke have begun negotiations for a contract to make him the greatest, highest paid, making the highest paid RB in history. Here's Mike Nixon. That's an interesting point you brought up because I'm confused. They want to make. How should I reach to talk about a possible collab? We'll figure it out. OGR. I'll probably we could probably talk. I don't know. We could text on Twitter DMs or whatever. Appreciate the dono, by the way, my friend. We could probably talk on Twitter DMs, but we have to figure out how to record it because my freaking OBS acts up on me. It gives me black screen all the time, so OBS does not work. So I don't know how we're gonna record us both if we do a collab. But I'm willing to do it, OGR. We just gotta figure out how. I don't know if you can do it from your side, but we gotta figure out how for sure. Let's see. But appreciate the donut, my friend. Well, we can definitely get something going. I'd love to do a collab. Okay, Mike Nixon. What I was mentioning about what you mentioned about Ezekiel Elliott. How on earth are they going to pay Dak Prescott almost $30 million, if not more, because I think that's where he's asking right now. Call back. Ray, do you want me to call back the Big Blue News account or do you want me to call WH God account? Let me know real quick. I can OBS it. All right, no problem, OGR. Yeah, my OBS craps out on me all the time, gives me black screen all the time, and it's too much to handle. Just waiting to see if but how are they going to pay Dak Prescott $30 million and then make Ezekiel Elliott the highest paid running back in the league? I don't think they can do that. And if they do, listen, I'm scared of Ezekiel Elliott, but I'd give Dak Prescott the biggest contract in NFL history. Like make him the face of the NFL. Like make him the icon of the Dallas Cowboys. Just mediocrity everywhere. Just when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, you just think about that Dak Prescott face with a missing tooth and boom, mediocrity. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. Twitter DMs is fine with me. All right, man, I'll be sliding them DMs soon. Do you like Mike Too Nice? Love that dude. Great film. Here's the thing. There are some things sometimes I disagree with Mike Too Nice, but I don't think he's a bad video maker. I actually like his point of view on things. I may disagree on things, but I don't have to disagree on agree on everything. But I like him as a content creator. I do. I would be open. I would be open to collab with him one day. Honestly, if he knows about me, I would be open to collab with him and talk Giants football. I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. But Ray, I added you in. Don't know if you got it. Let me know if you got it. I'll send it again if you didn't. Bro, exactly, bro. I'm saying, how do they have this money? I don't know how they have the money. And then DeMarcus Lawrence is paid right now, but I don't. DeMarcus Lawrence also got paid. We can't forget about DeMarcus Lawrence. He's making money. what is he, a $20 million pass rusher now? So they want to give 3 players on their team out of 53, like a third of their friend. Not even that. I'm not good at math, guys. But if you give Dak Prescott 30 million. If you give Ezekiel Elliott, what's the highest paid running back right now? I want to say if you give Ezekiel Elliott 15 to 16, let's just say 15 just to be on a mathematical side again. So that's 45 right there. And then Demarcus Lawrence is making just about 20. So that's $65 million on 3 players. All right, added you. But that's insane. If they do it and they screw up, listen, that does nothing but screw up your whole entire roster. So that you have to add bench players and garbage practice squad players to your roster in holes, in positions, and I'm all for it. You know what? If it works out that way, then do it. Yo,
Finally, damn, man.
You good?
Yeah.
Whoa, everybody, welcome Ray to the podcast. Whoa, oh my God.
Good appearance. I like to thank everybody for showing up. I can't waste all my time. Just being here for free. Gio had to pay me $100 to show up. So
I'm gonna add my other account to the call so it could show both of us.
Yeah.
But while we do that, we're gonna switch the topic, guys. Since Ray is here, we're gonna get to the show, the meat and potatoes of the show. Ray, you tell me, what the hell happened?
Atrocities, bro. Atrocities.
Oh my God. That the worst ending to a show. I told Ray this. The final episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody was better than the final episode of the best show in television history. I'd rather watch the last episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. You know what? Throw on the last episode of Hannah Montana, and I'll be okay. I'd rather watch that 3 times than the final episode of Game of Thrones, what we just seen last night.
Listen, I was telling somebody that watches the show also. Even though the last season was straight rushed and garbage, it still doesn't change my mindset about it being my favorite show and the best show. So in my mind, Game of Thrones ended at season 7. Season 8 was just a canon or something. Like it wasn't existent. Even though I'm not gonna lie, the best part of season 8 to me was my son Podrick singing that song, Jenny's song.
Oh yeah,
bro, that was my son.
And he also got knighted too. I mean, he's a sir.
Yeah, he got knighted.
He's a sir now.
Yes.
Oh, but go ahead and give me all your negatives to not only this final episode, but the season and how it shapes up. Like, what are things that? Oh, I'm putting my other account in. Okay. But go ahead and explain all the things that just made you upset with this final season of Game of Thrones and how it affects this whole entire thing here.
You muted it?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'll start off. Your camera's on.
It's still on?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Hey, goodbye. All right.
Stupid. What is it called? I'll start with the last episode because, to be honest, I try to give. See, I can't give a review. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I don't watch sports, my guy. Damn, bro. They trying to tell you to stop talking about Game of Thrones. But listen, we're talking about Game of Thrones, all right? This is my show.
Yo, yeah, we're gonna talk. Don't worry, guys. The Giant stuff, and we're gonna talk Giant stuff afterward. But we got some things to get off our chest, man.
Yeah,
we got some things to get off the chest. So I just want to talk some Game of Thrones now. Go ahead, Ray.
So I'm gonna start with the last episode because I try to give the first 5 episodes some slack and try to look at it in a positive way. Which to me, it wasn't the worst season. Well, it wasn't the worst season out of like other whack shows. That compared to Game of Thrones, it was the worst season.
Mm-hmm.
But to compare to other shows, it wasn't the worst kind of season. But
the
last episode.
Hold on, OGR. Thanks, man. He said, I can't wait to collaborate on Thrones. We have such varied opinions on this. It's going to be fun. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I can't wait to collab with you. We'll definitely get something going, man. Definitely get something going. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, he's trying to collaborate on Game of Thrones talk.
Yeah, he wanted to collaborate on Game of Thrones talk on his
Listen,
channel.
OGR. If you want to talk about Game of Thrones, I'm the guy. All right. I've watched this show at least 3 or 4 times over and over again, so I know every name, everything that happened. I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. See, the last episode was so rushed. 50% to 60% of the episode was just people walking and looking at distance views and just like not knowing what the hell they're looking at,
Yep.
and just no dialogue. Then the biggest part of that episode was when they killed Daenerys, and it was so freaking quick and so like
It was the
gay.
worst death to a main character I've ever seen in my life. Not only a
Exactly,
main character, she is the Song of Ice and Fire. She's fire. Like,
exactly. And also, usually on Game of Thrones, a death will be unpredictable. I swear, once he was walking towards Drogon, I was like, she's dead. She's
yep.
dead. Like I already knew he was gonna kill, and then the face he made, that he was like fake, like he was so sad and crying. I already knew he was like he acted it good. Don't get me wrong, Kit Harington is a beast, but he acted it too good that you knew he was gonna kill her.
Yeah.
So after that, was just their little freaking. They had their little Senate, or the little filler. They had a filler at the last episode. To me, that was a filler, but
yeah. That's ridiculous. A filler in the last episode. Like, who does that?
exactly, who does that? And
Oh god.
I like all right, they kept their unpredictability with making Bran the king, but
It was
come
so
on,
bad.
come
Like,
on,
and if they did that, like because here's the thing, I think George R. R. Martin, that may be what happens in the end, but it was executed so freaking poorly. Like, in my opinion, I think George R. R. Martin at the end of his books, he has Daenerys becoming the Mad Queen, and John has to kill her and things like that. Or he had to have given the writer something to work off of and say, hey, get to this point. But the way they executed it was
mm-hmm.
terrible. And if you ask me, I think that's probably the only thing that actually will come true, is that Daenerys actually dies in the books by Jon's hand. But how everything's shaped out, I mean, Tyrion is just literally just freaking sitting there like, hey, I'm the prisoner and everything, but
Yeah, exactly.
Bran should be king. He has the who has a more crazier story or whatever than Bran. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
everybody on that panel. Look what Sansa went through. Oh my god.
Listen, when he said that, I understood what he was trying to say, because obviously he's the three-eyed raven, so he knows everything, past,
Mm-hmm.
future, present, everything. So he has knowledge. But the thing is, first of all, I'm gonna mention something that they said right now. They could have at least let Arya wear John's face to kill her. She has to kill John to get his face.
Yeah, you have
How
to kill
she's
somebody. You have to kill
so
them.
yeah. So, but I was thinking Arya was gonna kill Daenerys, because they kept saying how she had to shut somebody with green eyes, shut their eyes forever.
Yo, yeah,
And
and they just completely disregarded that. Oh, they threw that
yeah,
right out the window, just like Azor Ahai and
exactly,
the Lord of Light and Cersei's prophecy. And they said, screw storylines. We like subversions. We love
exactly.
beating your expectations.
But one thing I'm
Uh,
gonna say is that George R. R. Martin does not know the ending of his books. I think from season 6 or 7, he has said that they going their own way, but he's given his little input to
yeah.
help them. But so far, there's not really an ending to it. He don't know what he's doing. But the book is gonna be completely different from the show. But if that's anything how the books is gonna be, I'm not gonna read it, because that's the dumbest ending. 6 episodes for this.
Mm-hmm.
6 episodes for this. Bro, I wanted to cry. I don't even know what
Oh,
to say, bro.
did you hear that not only I'm trying to figure out something here. Not only did HBO offer them 10 episodes on this season, but I'm hearing that they offered 10 season they offered a season 10 all the way up to season 10. And D&D was so anxious to get out of there, they denied it, and they wanted to do season 8 in 6 episodes. They were so, and you can tell they were like, yo, I want to just get the hell out of here. You know, we need to end this show and get the hell out of here so we can go right and ruin Star Wars. Because that's what they did. That's what they're going to do. They're going to go. I mean, Star Wars is already hanging by a thread. I mean, that franchise is about to snap. That franchise is about to go down the drain. It's already halfway down the drain. They got their hand out like this. Save me. But that franchise is already down the drain. But they are going to stomp on that. They're going to stomp on Star Wars, man. They're going to kick them while they're down, man. They're gonna kick them while they're down.
I didn't hear about that. I don't know where did you hear that from about the whole up to season?
I was watching a YouTube video where they reviewed the season wrap up, and they had an article. They put up an article there. I didn't see the source, but they put an article there. But I believe it. Just by how everything went and their logic in things. While Danny forgot about the Iron Fleet, they certainly haven't forgot about her. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? He had the balls to say that at the end of the episode. Freaking Benioff really said that. That came out of his freaking mouth, man. Bro, Danny forgot about the Iron Fleet. When there's even if she forgot about it, you telling me she's blind too? She's legally blind?
Exactly.
I mean, there's 100 ships down there. There's 100 ships down there. And she's surprised. Freaking Ray. And she's like, she shook. Oh my God. Oh, there's 100 ships down there. Wow.
Exactly. Listen. All right. The whole Rhaegal dying.
Ridiculous. They had to even the odds somehow. They're like, oh, let's just do it like this.
Yeah, like I try to make my own like understanding of it. Like basically, she didn't know they had the weaponry to kill a dragon, and they call him slipping. But then what was my explanation for her being able to dodge all the weapons and shit. Because now that she knew that there was a weapon like that, she tried to avoid it. So that was my explanation for what that.
Don't even try to, Ray. Don't defend them.
I had to try.
They weren't thinking what you were thinking. They were not thinking that.
I had to try, bro. Listen, I try to help them out. I try to help fans understand what the hell they don't know what's going on. Like they don't even know what they're doing. So I had to try to like make my own explanation of it. But what is it called? What I was gonna mention. The whole her attacking King's Landing even though they rang the bells thing. Like I told you, I feel like they just made it so that she actually did go mad out of all the stuff that was happening towards her. Like it made her go mad. Like Missandei dying, Tyrion betraying her, Varys betraying her, Jon being Aegon Targaryen, like all this stuff.
If you look at Jon, Jon's been kicked around too. I mean, he was a bastard his whole life. He's been lied to his whole life. Yeah, I mean, he died. I mean, he has not done what Danny could imagine of doing, and it's I don't know. It's not justifiable, and I think they could have executed that so much more better. Like, here's the thing. This was a good theory that I heard. I'm not going to take ownership of this, but it's a good theory that I heard that they could understand Danny going mad if everyone surrendered, like what happened. Everyone surrendered, and Danny then lays down her guard, and Cersei had like a secret scorpion in the Red Keep and takes a shot at Danny, and then misses, and then that's when she goes, "Oh, you want to do that? Okay, fine. I'm gonna burn everybody then." So that's what could have happened. That's would have been justifiable, but she already won. She won already. She's the breaker of chains. She kills all slavers and stuff like that. Why is she killing the innocent? She's killing the people she was supposed to save after the people that she's supposed to save them from already gave up.
Yeah, and I feel like in this season they didn't really explain too well her transition to how she was in the previous season to how she became the Mad Queen. To answer Henry's, because that's Henry, how crazy.
Yeah, I know.
To answer Henry's thing, they sent him to the night watch because they brand knew that there's no reason for night watch. So basically, he's sending him away so he could do whatever he wants. So I feel like he's gonna be the king of the wildlings. Like he's gonna have his own.
Yardley Giants going 8-8, realistic best and unrealistic best. Oh, jeez. I think DeAndre Baker is going to be a beast. Unrealistic best is definitely definitely right there. I don't think we're going 10-6, but 8-8. I don't think that's realistic either. But thank you for the dono. Thanks for the dono, man.
Listen, I said 9-7 in the beginning, but I'm gonna just say 6-10. This point.
But yeah, continue what you're saying.
Yeah, the whole Daenerys reaction to it. Obviously, she's a Targaryen. They say, you flip a coin with a Targaryen. One could be good, one could be bad.
Mm-hmm.
She obviously had that sinister. What is it called?
Sinister side, yeah, sinister, sadistic, like sadistic.
Yeah, I guess. Because they try to point out that when they killed her brother, her reaction to her brother dying, like when they put the
Oh yeah, that she was heartless or whatever.
yeah. So they try to use that as, oh yeah, she was leading up to it, and that was just the first sign of her becoming like that.
Yeah, but that's a plot hole because the brother was an absolute a-hole to her. Like that was one of the biggest people against her in that timeline. They were so look. Daenerys was so consistent with her character throughout the seasons. Yes, she had times where she wanted to, burn people up and flame them, but her advisors told her otherwise. Obviously, all her advisors were dead. Maybe that's why she did it.
Yeah.
But up until what she did with the bells, she was consistent. She did not show any malice or malicious intent with the people she wanted to save. She wouldn't even sacrifice them. She wouldn't do anything like that. The only people that she really had a hate for was the slavers. All of them. She would burn them up. She don't care what happens to them. She was happy of their death, and that's not really, Mad Queen. That's just that's justice. Yeah, it's justice. So I mean, in my opinion, that's what that's where they really went off the rails. That's so inconsistent. That's not like Dany's character. And trust me, I wanted her to be the Mad Queen. I said that back in season 5 that she was going to be the Mad Queen, but I wanted it so much different, man. That was such an unsatisfying ending. So it's such an unsatisfying change of events for her character. Manuel Quinones, thank you so much for dono 7-9 at best. Yes, sir. I completely agree with that, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah, Henry, Game of Thrones is a show of no happy endings. I agree with that because it's not really a happy ending.
Oh, no, that was a happy ending. How was that not a happy ending?
That wasn't a happy ending. That was the best ending we could have hoped for.
I mean, it's still a happy ending.
It's not a happy ending. That's just
all the Starks are happy. Tell me all the good guys won. All the good guys won. The good guys won and the bad guys lost. That's a happy ending.
Not really, because I guess I don't know.
That's a happy ending. They lived their life. Sansa is the queen of the North, and Bran is the king. By the way, I want to get to Bran later. Bran a low-key psycho, but but I mean, everybody has happy. Arya got to do what she wanted to do. Who knows? Maybe she got Gendry's baby in her stomach. I don't know. Gendry lives, Brienne lives, everybody freaking lives. I mean, yes, there were some casualties on the way. Jorah died, a couple other people, Ed, all those guys died. But this was the happiest end. This is such a happy ending. It's a happy ending.
All right, because like to them, all right, like in my opinion, the happy ending would have been, Jon taking the Iron Throne, him killing Daenerys, or at least Arya killing Daenerys. Arya doing her own thing. I guess she goes west of Westeros. Sansa just remaining the wardess of the North, like, because it's still in the Stark family. So I don't understand why she wanted to go independent if Bran was king, because it's still Starks, even though they had their own little democracy.
But I think she did that because if something were to happen that Bran is not king anymore, that they won't have control of that anymore. They'll, I don't know. Or like, so if Bran is not king anymore and somebody else is king, because remember, they vote who's king now. It's not bloodline anymore. They said that. They said it's no longer bloodline. So if some random dude is king, Sansa doesn't want to be pushed around anymore. I don't know. Sansa has this pride in her, like the North comes first, and the North, and the North, and the North. So she wants to be independent. She don't want anybody to tell her nothing. So I guess that's why. And I guess, Bran said okay because that's my sister. But but I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just feel like it would have been better if Jon took the throne, Bran stayed the three-eyed raven, whatever he got to do. Because the thing also is that the three-eyed raven doesn't really have a purpose without the Night King, and the White Walkers. And I don't think there's any children of the forest left, so he really doesn't have any purpose. And
Yeah.
supposedly, the three-eyed raven is the consciousness made by the children of the forest. So supposedly they're saying that Bran is evil, and that he has the consciousness of the children of the forest. He wants to take over some dumb shit.
I
I was
mean,
like,
I mean, listen, this is why I wanted to get into Bran, because Bran knew he was going to be king, and I think he knew he was going to be king before season 8 happened. That
yeah, he
means
did.
he orchestrated everything. He orchestrated that. He orchestrated Theon sacrificing himself for. I mean, he could obviously change that. He could have made the future what it was. Like he could have shaped it how he needed to shape it. You know what you know what I'm talking about? So
Mm-hmm.
not only did he not save the dragon, Rhaegal. I mean, he just let him die because he knew Rhaegal was gonna die. He
Mm-hmm.
knew Daenerys was gonna turn into the Mad Queen. Didn't tell anybody. Remember that vision that he had in what season 4, season 5, or something like that. He the
Mm-hmm.
vision that he had Drogon going over the King's Landing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
knew about everything, and he let it slide because he knew he was gonna be king. So to me, there's something going on with Bran, man. Something going on with him. Eddie Sanchez, appreciate that, man. So let's go, Giants. Bottom line,
The bitch was
the bitch is
crazy.
crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe it was that time of the month for her. I don't know, but I don't know, man. But this was just a
Listen,
terrible, terrible way to conclude things. A
the
lot of,
only the
huh?
only upside to this, which I don't understand why HBO didn't just get a new director, even though it would have been like kind of, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that works, but are they the directors and writers, or just the
No, they write. They're just writers, but they got
okay?
this everything. Like George R. Martin, like entrusted them with everything. But that's yeah, you're right. Like, why couldn't they just hand it over to somebody? You know what I mean?
Exactly,
But I think they said they don't. I think it was just their pride in them saying, "Oh no, we're ending this ourselves. Like we don't want to give it to anybody." You
because
know?
like with the sequel and prequel, they planning out. There's gonna be new writers. It's not gonna be D&D.
Yeah, yeah. D&D is done. Thank the Lord,
Yeah,
D&D is
yeah.
done.
So the only upside to the season finale is that they left room for let's say interpretation to other sequels and prequels. Like they could always, and listen, there's always a chance that there could be a new season with a new writer. I'm not gonna say that's gonna happen, but
Oh
I
my
was
god,
looking,
oh my god, that would be so amazing. That would be
yeah,
so great.
that would. And one thing also, I was seeing like a lot of the actors was mad about the reaction to the fans' reaction to the last
Oh
season.
yeah, I mean, they're actors. Do they not know how storytelling is told? Like,
Yeah.
did they not see before their eyes their characters just changing out of the blue? Like freaking
Hmm.
automatic. Like with Jamie's character arc. Oh my god, I'm so disappointed. Jamie turned into one of my favorite characters because of what he went through. All the how he used to be. I mean, he used to be prideful, guy that just loves Cersei, and he was so mean-hearted. He's the one that basically got this guy killed, Ned Stark,
Hmm.
um, and all that stuff. And he changed his mind, and he's always had it in him because he killed the Mad King for that reason. He wanted to save the people, and he even said it once he turned over to the, to the north side. He said, I fight for the living, so he wants to fight for what's good, basically.
Hmm.
And he goes with the Starks, um, goes with the North. He's not welcomed per se by everybody. Daenerys gives him a little, watch yourself kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
And yeah, and he accepts it, and he takes all the criticism.
Hmm.
He's not like he doesn't understand. Like, oh, why do you guys hate me? He knows why, and
Exactly.
all that stuff. And he knows what he's done, and he was so anxious to change himself that he fought. Then he basically hits it and quits it with Brienne, right? And just leaves her out of the blue, like, and then goes back to Cersei. He's like, I'm addicted to Cersei. I'm addicted. Literally, we waited 7 seasons. We knew ever since Jamie gave that oath to Catelyn Stark, we knew Jamie was going to change, and we're like, oh my god, this guy, he's gonna become one of my favorite characters. Like where he's going,
Yeah,
and what
exactly.
he can do. And we all predicted, oh, Jamie has to be the one. Jamie has to be the one to kill Cersei Lannister, in a fashion. So, and then he goes from one episode to another, literally a split second, saying, I'm with Brienne, and now I miss Cersei. I want to go back with Cersei. Like that, literally, that one decision should have took 3 seasons for. Like
Exactly.
I wanted to see Jamie actually be the good. If he did ultimately just be like, oh, okay, now I'm done. Like I want to go back to Cersei. At least build up to it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like he went to sleep, woke up, and it was like, we're Cersei.
Exactly.
It's dumb, man. Dumb. But I'm trying to read you guys' comments now. I'm trying to log into my Instagram from the computer, but because I have some final thoughts on let's see here. Game of Thrones. All right.
But yeah. Also, one point that someone made was how they just ignored the fact that Bronn threatened Jamie, and Cersei was the one that sent it. Listen, I thought there was gonna be something with Bronn happening, like a battle or something. Like he Bronn retrained Jamie, and he sends him to kill them, and then what is it called? Um, Jamie gets mad and kills Bronn, and then he's like, she sent the father. I mean, she sent somebody to kill the father of her child, and he goes and kills her. But
Yeah, I mean, well, I think I never knew. I didn't think Braun was gonna be too much of a big character in this series, like in this season. Like he kind of showed up and he left. I thought he was gonna be a factor during um um the Battle of Winterfell.
yeah,
I thought he was gonna be a factor that he was gonna show up at the nick of time and be like, "Yo, I pull up. I'm here to kill Jamie. What are all these White Walkers doing here?" You know what I
exactly,
mean?
exactly.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. But the way they
Hmm.
treated Braun, and now he's all of a sudden the master of coin. Like, what the hell is this, man?
Exactly.
What the hell
And
is this?
like, listen, they put more effort into remaking the intro than actually thinking about the season.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but definitely, we could. I want to make a whole like episode of us talking about Game of Thrones, like a pre-recorded episode of us talking Game of Thrones and all our
yeah.
follow thoughts and stuff like that. And I'd like to have OGR on there as well, but we'll figure that out. But all right, let's shift over. I think I got most of everything off my chest, and how much I hate D&D and how much I wish they could stop making films in general. It's not like I'm a big fan of Star Wars anymore because of where it's going and what it's been doing for the past 5 years. But even so, this really makes me not want to watch the next Star Wars. So, or the Star Wars that's coming out in 2020 that they're doing. But we're gonna shift over to the Giants starting their OTAs. And matter of fact, well, yeah, we can start Giants starting their OTAs. Um, we have some news here. The quarterback play isn't very good. The quarterback play isn't very good. Eli Manning has been slacking lately. Marjorie, what's going on? You joined in the nick of time. We're just getting into the Giants talk right now. We were talking Game of Thrones. Don't know if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, but we were talking Game of Thrones. We'll create. If you missed it, Marjorie, we'll be making a whole episode or kind of a show on Game of Thrones, but it's gonna be pre-recorded so you guys can watch that. Sort of like an actual podcast. So I definitely want to do that. But we're talking Giants football now. Ray, there are some theories going around right now. And we're not talking Game of Thrones theories, but we're talking some Giants theories right now. Say, oh yes, big Game of Thrones fan, Marjorie. Okay, so if you want to, you can rewind it, or after the show is done, you can go back and hear us talk some Game of Thrones. But there are theories going around that I'm laughing at it because I'm like, what the hell? That people are saying that Daniel Jones could be competing for the day one starter.
Listen, all right. I was next because I was watching. I was watching it. Like I haven't really been keeping up with OTAs, but who was getting intercepted all these times by the secondary? Was it Daniel Jones or Eli?
Eli, I don't think Daniel. I haven't seen articles saying Daniel Jones threw an interception, but Eli got intercepted about once or twice.
Listen, that's Eli being Eli. So That's automatically the reason why
Yeah.
they fighting for the starting QB. But I don't know. Listen,
But
that
what
wouldn't
the
make any
hell?
sense though. That wouldn't make
Oh
any
yeah,
sense.
and what the hell? I mean, that can't. First of all, I don't think it can't. I don't think it could happen because Eli's just making too much money to be on the bench,
Exactly.
and they're just not going to do that to him. So he's going to play. But the thing is, like, what the hell? I mean, first of all, I'm looking at the highlights. Yo, whoever's in charge of the Giants media, can you hire me or something like that? Because yo, when you guys put up highlight videos, they're not even that good. Like
Yeah.
I'm watching freaking 10-yard passes, 5-yard passes, and like, oh
Yeah.
no,
Exactly.
no, that's not intriguing. They're just trying to make it longer. They're just
Yeah.
trying to make it
Exactly.
because they're only like a minute 40 anyways, and they're just trying to make
Exactly.
it longer. But I'm seeing the way these balls are thrown, and they're thrown terrible. I mean, Eli threw one freaking crazy wobbler. Daniel Jones threw a 5-yard pass that I thought was literally freaking repelling like a helicopter. I literally thought it
Damn.
was doing that. It was bad, man. I was like, what the hell? What's going on with the quarterback position right now? And
Well, it has been windy over here in New York, so
yeah, they
that could
actually
be a
did say that.
factor.
They actually did say that in today's OTAs, Eli Manning played better today because of the wind, played better than all the other quarterback competition because of the wind and how experienced he is in the wind. And they said he threw some pretty accurate and difficult balls today,
Mm.
and completed passes. So I mean that's a plus, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, I don't know. The quarterback play is really, really annoying right now. And I if we drafted Kyler Murray and then the conversation was, is Kyler Murray a day one starter? Then I'm like, okay, now we're talking here. But the
Yeah.
fact that we're talking about Daniel Jones possibly being a day one starter, how bad is Eli doing right now that
I
they're saying Daniel Jones might be a starter?
I'd even go as far as to say that if I would have heard Dwayne Haskins was competing for the day one starter
Mm-hmm.
position, I would be like, okay, Eli's probably gonna be sitting for the season because I understand Eli's Eli, bro. Like they don't gotta be any. There could be no defense in front of him. He's gonna get intercepted somehow, some way. Somebody's gonna intercept him. And there's no secondary, so I don't know.
Oh man,
But to be honest, if it's Eli's time to sit down and I don't know.
it,
I do not know.
it's it's
I was
insane,
like,
man.
I don't know if you've seen the pictures or memes of I think it was Eli and Daniel Jones like back to back or like he was
Oh yeah, they cloned Eli.
they call Eli. Yo, it really looked like Eli, bro.
I know. It looks like Eli back in time. It looks like a freaking I don't know if you freaking watched the Mortal. If you ever played Mortal Kombat 11, but
Yeah.
in Mortal Kombat 11, the timeline switched. So you have old Johnny Cage with young Johnny Cage, and they fight together. So it's like old Eli Manning and young Eli Manning. Like I'm Eli from the past. I'm Eli from the future.
Bro, like
I don't know. That's hilarious. I seen that picture. I wish I could put it up for everybody to see, but it's a funny picture. But as
like
far as go ahead, what?
I feel like it might just be smoke because but I don't think it's
Or
really
just
smoke.
theories, just fan theories, really, right?
Yeah, it's just theories because the reason we drafted Daniel Jones was because we knew he was going to be sitting down and just like learning from Eli.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if there's even a thought that he's going to be starting, then we drafted the wrong quarterback because even though he's doing better than Eli, he wasn't the best quarterback on the board in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure,
at least should be starting the first year.
for
So
sure, for sure.
I don't know.
And I'm just blown away because listen, with Daniel Jones, I always said this about Daniel Jones. If he starts, no matter what team he went on before he was drafted to the Giants, I was telling everybody if Daniel Jones were to start in the NFL day one, and play the rest of the season, he would play. He wouldn't be freaking like terrible. He would survive. But I mean, is that what you really want to draft 6th overall for a guy to survive? I mean,
Exactly.
why not wait till next year? But I mean, if he's competing for the starting job right now and he plays well, I'm all for it. But I just don't see Eli Manning. I don't see Eli being sat down for DJ week one. I mean, if push comes to shove, 15, 16, 17,
Yeah,
maybe.
fact.
I just can't see week one that they just say, oh, no, we are for sure Daniel Jones gives us the best chance to win. I just don't see the Giants organization really being that dumb enough to do that. I mean, I don't think they would do that. But as far as the secondary goes, as Marjorie just said it right now, the secondary is killing it right now in
Yeah,
OTAs.
I heard about
It's
Sam
looking
Beal
great.
moving around with Jack Rabbit, and
Yo,
he was looking good. So I'm
yeah,
excited for that.
and Sam Beal. I mean, he came back the first day of OTAs ever, basically his first OTA ever. After breaking his leg on the other OTA. No, was his leg or somebody told me it was a shoulder or something like that. I don't know.
I thought it was late.
I don't remember. So I think someone told me it was a shoulder. I don't remember. But anyway, Sam Beal, his first OTA ever, basically tips a pass and it winds up being intercepted by the other newcomer, Jabril Peppers.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, okay, we're rolling now. Alec Ogletree tipped the pass, and Janoris Dankin catches it. Tony Lippett, I believe Tony Lippett was on second team reps. I believe he was working with the second team. I can't remember, but he got an interception as well. So the secondary is looking really good. Haven't heard anything from Antoine Bethea yet, but I seen that he was there. There are a couple of guys who couldn't actually make it there due to travel issues. Like Dexter Lawrence is not there yet. Dalvin Thompson is not there yet, and somebody else, I can't remember who's not there. There's a third guy that's not there. But as far as the injuries goes, guys, if you guys are wondering who's injured, Nate Solder is still out with that, I believe, an ankle injury. Mike Remmers is still out. The right tackle we just signed.
Dexter Lawrence didn't show up.
Yeah, he didn't show up. What you call it? Mike Remmers has a back injury that he's still working on, but both of these guys, our left tackle and our right tackle, should be okay by the start of training camp, guys. So do not fear. They should be okay by the start of training camp. And then the last guy that hasn't participated is Kyle Oleta. He is out with a knee injury. He's still working on a knee injury, so that does not help his chances whatsoever.
Yeah,
Kyle Oleta is missing out right now because this is crucial reps that he's missing out. It doesn't matter if it's OTAs. You have to be consistent with your guys. You have to build a chemistry with your receivers if you want to look good at all for training camp in the preseason. I mean, Kyle Oleta, this knee injury may be the death of him, man, because if Daniel Jones continues to impress, because he has been looking impressive, he's been beating expectations. Not that his expectations were high, but he's been beating his expectations as of late. And, I mean, he's on the chopping block for sure. I mean, his job is not safe.
Speaking of injuries, Reuben Foster's injury. That was crazy.
Reuben Foster, man. Yikes. Reuben Foster is gone. I'm not going to cheer for his injury, but, I mean, that helps us a little bit because that Redskins defense, right now, I mean, where are the holes? Where are the holes on this Redskins defense? It's insane. That team is good, man.
Mm-hmm.
That team is looking good. I mean, they're always beat by the injury bug every single year. The Redskins are always dealing with injuries consistently, especially with the linebacker and running back position. I don't know if we have any Redskins fans in here, but I feel you guys. You guys are always injured in the running back position, always injured in the linebacker position. You guys cannot stay healthy in those two positions. That really sucks. So, I mean, yeah, I just hope. And that's what sucks about OTAs, but it's still necessary. I can't believe there are actual people out there saying we don't need OTAs and anything like that. We need OTAs. It's unfortunate. Listen, football is a violent sport. Football, it pushes you to the limits. It's one of the most violent sports, one of the most physical sports in history. Okay, there are going to be some casualties. There are going to be some mishaps and unfortunate events, but it's necessary to have OTAs. Now, is it necessary for them to participate? No. That's why it's voluntary. It's voluntary OTAs. But when it comes to are they necessary? Absolutely. When you take away these practices from these players, they're not going to be as good as what they put out. They're not going to put out anything special when they're playing because we already took away padded practices. I mean, they're going into practice not playing at full speed, not recovering all the way because they're not getting used to being hit and things like that. Believe it or not, they always say a diamond in the rough or what's that fire molded by fire? A diamond is molded by fire or whatever. But that's just how it is. When the more you're hit, the more you get used to it and you learn from, you grow from that. Like a couple years, way long ago when they took away those damn the CBA put all those practices. They took out all the practices where full padded practices. They took away those and I mean, the NFL has never been the same since. It's causing a lot of injuries. It kind of backfired on them. They thought it would cure injuries. It's causing injuries because these players are just not getting used to, being hit,
Yeah,
being
exactly.
hit. They're not playing at full strength when they're going to practice. So
So two things I'm gonna mention. Well, probably three. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now, but Red Hawk, I agree. I don't. When it comes to injuries, I feel bad. I don't like injuries when even if it's a team I hate. So like if Tom Brady got injured, I don't know what I'll feel. Let's not
I
talk
don't
like
know
that.
what I feel.
I don't know if I'll be happy. I'll feel. I'll probably feel bad, but I'll be happy low key. Like I wouldn't say it, but I'll be happy.
uh,
But I feel like OTAs aren't. I feel like OTAs is really only for people who needs to show and prove their worth. Like for stars, they don't really like. They shouldn't even be there because just to
yeah.
prevent the risk of
Hmm.
injury. But I would want them there just so that the people who needs to show off could show off what they can do against star players.
Exactly.
So
And I like OTAs. That's the first glimpse of action we see. These players aren't just sitting at home doing nothing for a whole season. Or a lot of people think, that uh only a day has passed since the last time they've played to OTAs, that they think, they're not going to change from that time. These players have to keep themselves in shape. These players
hmm
have to, go through their regimen of diets and workouts and things like that to stay in shape and get better or get worse. I mean, OTAs is where we get to see if they've gotten better, if they're still in shape and things like that. Why would you not want to have OTAs? I mean, we get that there's injuries. Listen, there's injuries in the actual games. What, are we going to take away the actual games now? I mean, people are going to get hurt. That is football. I'm telling you, we're gonna turn into a freaking two-hand touch football. I'm telling you, man. They're gonna take away the pads. We're like, oh, the pads are too heavy on you guys. Well, we want to compensate you guys. They're just too heavy. We understand that. It affects your speed. It affects your motion. We're gonna take away the pads, and we're gonna be the National Two-Hand Touch League, the Two-Hand Touch Football League.
exactly.
That's exactly where we're heading right now. What's going on,
I didn't know that.
NYG31?
I didn't know that Nick Bosa got injured. Uh,
Nick Bosa or Joey
Bob
Bosa?
Money, Nick Bosa.
Oh, Nick Bosa pulled a hammy. Okay.
Yeah. Bob Money. We don't know. They don't know the severity of his injury, so we can't really say he'll be fine. But you know, hopefully he recovers fast. I want to see how he affects the team.
Who?
And yeah, Nick Bosa.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see how he like. I know he's gonna be a beast. I just want to see how beast he's
Oh
going
my
to
god, I
be.
can't wait to see Nick Bosa play. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
exactly.
I can't
I
wait to
can't
see
wait to see
Quentin
Nick
Williams.
Bosa and Quentin Williams. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I want to. You know who I want to see? I want to see Josh Allen play, bro.
I want to see Josh Allen play, but the thing is, they. I watched UCF Jaguars video. He's a Jaguars video maker, and he's saying that the Jaguars don't know where to put him. Why the hell did you draft a guy if you don't know where to put him? That's ridiculous. And I said that when he got drafted. I said, oh my God, that's a great pick because the Giants missed out on that. But where are you going to put him? They run a
Exactly.
4-3. He's a 3-4 linebacker. He's not a put a hand in the, he's not a just put your hand in the dirt and rush the quarterback defensive end. And neither is he only a stand-up linebacker. Like, he's a 3-4 guy. Why the
Mm-hmm.
hell did they draft him? You know?
I like how you said they weren't going for the best fit. They were going for best player available.
Player
So
available. Yeah, but that could
so
bite them in the butt, man.
it is
It really can.
and that could even affect him because
Exactly.
he won't excel in the team, and they're gonna think that he was a bad pick, and then he goes to a team that he actually fits the scheme and goes off. So I don't know, but
And,
yeah,
and,
Dwayne Haskins, I think he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be great.
and on top of that, freaking Dante Fowler. Did they not learn from Dante Fowler?
Exactly.
Dante Fowler is literally just like Josh Allen. The guy is a 3-4 linebacker. They run a 4-3. They drafted him. He got hurt, yes, just like the whole OTA situation. He got hurt. Maybe he wasn't the same player he was when he came back from that injury. But either way, he was at a disadvantage. He does not run that scheme. The scheme fit is such an undermined type of I don't know, aspect to drafting players or signing players. Like, a lot of people wanted us to get DeMarcus Lawrence. He's a great player. Where are we going to put him? He's a 4-3 defensive end. when it comes to Josh Allen, where the hell are they going to put him? Now they're saying, oh, we don't know if we want to throw him in at a strong side linebacker because he chose number 41. It's like his college number. So that's a linebacker number. But they don't know if they want to put him at strong side linebacker or they don't know if they want him to be a defensive end. Like, you should have decided that when you drafted him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I understand you probably only had 10 minutes and you didn't think Josh Allen would fall to you, but you had freaking 10 minutes. I mean, you had that time to decide, listen, if we get this player, are we going to know what to do with him? That should have been, a decision, a unanimous decision. They could have gotten TJ Hawkinson. They could have got some guys that they need in there. Instead, they got a guy that's going to be a project. He's a great player, but he's going to be a project at the scheme fit that they run. You know what I mean? So
we'll see. Hopefully he can adjust to the 3-4.
Yeah, hopefully. Reggie White wearing number 13. Had not seen too many highlights of him at OTAs. Yeah, I haven't seen too much of Reggie White either. And listen, a bunch of people saying of this whole number 13 stuff. Listen, OBJ is great, and he'll always be remembered by the Giants, but he's not a legend yet. I mean, if you look at Gerald McCoy, Ndamukong Suh just got signed, and he took Gerald McCoy's number. So I mean, and his Gerald McCoy's legacy is better with the Bucs than OBJ's is with the Giants because Gerald McCoy's just been there much longer and he's done so much. So I mean, I don't care that Reggie White has 13. I mean, it's whatever. We're not gonna freaking retire OBJ's number because he made a crazy catch in every game that we lost.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm not gonna retire the guy's number. I mean, is it gonna look weird with Reggie White, that big wide receiver, wearing 13, and he's probably gonna be cut? Yes, it's weird. See him in the preseason dropping balls and such. I mean, it's probably gonna be weird, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
listen. We all agree with everyone that said that the Giants were stupid for passing on Josh Allen, and for the Jags drafting Josh Allen when he doesn't even fit the scheme. They wasted a draft pick on him, to be honest, and we wasted a draft pick on
two wasted draft picks.
yeah. So let's just.
While everybody was giving Josh Allen an A+ in the draft grades, I gave him a C. I gave him a C+. I gave it a C. So because he just doesn't fit the scheme. Yeah. The homie David Tyree. What about Tyree? I think Tyree's still on the Giants staff, but Valkyrie. Allen falling to the Giants was a shocker. Can't believe Giants passed on him. Yeah, I know. I know the Jaguars were shocked. The Jaguars were like, "What the hell? What's going on right now?" They're like, Daniel Jones. Yo, put the card in. Write Josh Allen's name on there. Just throw it in. We don't need to think about it.
Dolphins maybe taking Daniel Jones, but us?
Yeah, I wanted somebody to take Daniel Jones.
Listen. Hopefully he proves us wrong. I don't want to revisit these atrocities that was committed by the Giants. But
if you guys are enjoying the show so far, make sure you guys hit that like button for us. The goal is 25 right now. If we can get past 25 and then get to 30, that would be great. We're 3 away from that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, and that helps out the show a lot tremendously. But we got a couple storylines. I mean, the NFL has been kind of boring as of late, but the NFL is kind of heating up a little bit.
Couple injuries.
So let's see. Daniel Shelton. Okay, he got re-signed. Don't care. Former first-round pick of the Browns.
McCoy, the lineman. I forgot his name. Valdir, whatever. I don't even know.
Jared Valdir retires.
He retired after the Patriots signed him, bro.
I was like, they said they got rid of Trent Brown. They're like, okay, we'll get rid of Trent Brown. We got Jared. You'll stay with us, right? He's like,
I was actually thinking about
I mean, he's like, I guess. I'll stick around. I'm like 30-something years old. I'm like, I'm about to be in a wheelchair, but I mean, I guess. But I'm happy that kind of put now the Patriots have to wonder who they're gonna throw at left tackle. Because they just let Trent Brown go, who got paid big bucks. Trent Brown got huge bucks. Then they're like, okay, we got Jared Valdir. Okay, now what do we do?
No.
But they got Yanni Kajus. They did draft Yanni Kajus, the tackle out of West Virginia. But I just don't think that if he's ready to be thrown at left tackle yet, that's crazy. I don't think he's ready for that. But
If that's what they gotta do, that's what they gotta do. they don't really have too much options here, but to kind of connect our Game of Thrones conversation to the NFL. Did you see Aaron Rodgers on the finale?
That's like
in
the finale.
Yeah, he was in the finale.
No, he was in.
No.
Episode 5.
He was in episode 5.
Burnt.
Yeah, he got burnt. I was laughing. You couldn't even recognize him.
I know. I didn't recognize. I remember that scene though.
Yeah, I remember the scene because it was like the scene that it showed him running and then it showed Arya. Like it turned to they see him getting burned and it turns Arya.
Yeah, no love for Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Yeah, he said he even said he didn't like the finale to Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know. Everybody's just like, what the hell is going on here?
Other news: Antonio Brown absent from start of Raiders OTAs. Obviously.
I mean, is that a surprise? Is that a surprise? So is OBJ. OBJ, by the way, guys, Cleveland Browns' favorite guy. He didn't show the OTAs either.
Yeah, you seeing what what's his name? Who's the one that says something about him? The head coach was like, "Oh yeah, I spoke with OBJ and just basically trying to justify the reason why he missed OTAs." But
oh yeah,
just
oh, Jzach is finally here. All right, Jzach. Oh man, but oh, you see, Julian Edelman got himself a new contract, and that's a good contract. I mean, damn. I mean, he really wants to stay with the Patriots that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know he's in his 30s, but he could at least make $10 million. He's not even making $10 million.
He kind of has that Tom Brady mentality. Like he'd rather take less money and have a great team than get the money, which I like. And also, that's another thing I was gonna bring up earlier because they were talking about basketball. Is anybody in here a Warriors fan like me? I need to discuss something about KD because he's
leaving.
No, yeah. Listen, but I have my opinions on it. All right,
he's going to the Knicks.
I'm gonna wait till Jzach comes. I want to tell him that his freaking Trailblazers.
Oh God, we're gonna get into that.
Bye.
Oh God, I sent you an email, Jzach. But yeah, bro.
You still a cat? Are you a Cavs fan even after LeBron left? Because that's dedication.
That's dedication.
I appreciate people like you.
Frank Tilikina wanted a trade. He wants a trade. I don't care. But, what's going on, man?
Man, fuck this noise, dude. I swear to God, man.
Hey,
fuck this noise, man.
Fan. What up, man?
Oh, damn.
Yo, fuck you. Fuck this noise, man. Good luck getting Zion, you piece of shit.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I really thought that they was gonna take game 4.
I thought so
when they was driving, like I didn't think it was gonna go to OT. I thought they was gonna score and win, but
didn't they go to 2 OTs?
No, they could have went to OT too.
No, we could have, but we didn't. The Blazers, bro, we scored 11 points in 11 minutes. What the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like,
you know why though, right?
Because we don't have any big men. That's why.
No, but it's also because they sat Lillard and McCollum for like the whole quarter.
Know. And Lillard's hurt and shit. Like,
I heard. Yeah, Lillard got hurt. Yeah.
He's hurt, but he's here promoting that biofreeze when his muscles hurt. He sprays it on him.
Oh, yeah, because biofreeze helps with separated ribs.
listen. He's promoting that. So listen, is I don't know, bro, but
that's just so fucking pathetic, man. Like, oh my God.
And what's this guy's name?
Not even that. Like, I mean, fuck this noise, dude. Everything that's going on, the Blazers, the Game of Thrones, like, this is all fucking garbage, man. Like, I got braces last week. Like, why is life so shit right now, bro?
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not Jzach's year. All right,
it's not my year, bro. Fucking Daniel Jones, overall. Fucking Game of Thrones, the Blazers. Like, I got fucking braces. Am I gonna get hit? I got in a wreck. I got in a wreck like a month ago. Like my car.
Oh my God.
Somebody's gonna run over my foot next week, dude. I'm telling you. Like,
somebody needs to make a tribute video for Jzach, man. Somebody's gotta do it. Somebody's gotta do it, man.
But it was a good game. I really thought that the Blazers like, all right, once Blazers lost Game 3, I'm like, the Warriors took it. But they kind of scared me Game 4 because they was showing up. And what's this guy? I don't even know his name. I know he's a bench player. Myers
Damian
Leonard.
Lillard.
No, Myers Leonard or whatever his name is.
Oh, okay.
Bro, he's had like 28 points.
He's not even that good, bro. He had like one good game. He's not that good.
No, but on Game 4, he was going off.
Yeah. Anybody who knows the Blazers knows that Jake Layman needs to get minutes, and he doesn't. I feel so bad. Jake Layman needs to get points. Like, he could be our KD, but he just don't get points. And he don't get he don't get minutes. I don't know why. Makes me so sad.
Yeah, but screw Warriors, screw Trailblazers. How about KD going to the Knicks, guys?
Listen.
KD staying where the rings. KD staying where the rings are, bro. KD gonna stay where the rings are.
I'm serious right now. If KD, it was. AJ Knicks, I swear, when I seen Draymond go up for the 3-pointer, I was like, what is he doing?
I knew it was going in, bro.
No, I didn't. I was like, what's he doing? I was like, you're not a 3-point shooter. Why are you shooting?
I knew that shit. I got mad. If you strap on a Golden State Warriors fucking jersey, you can shoot a 3, dude. Like, it just happens.
I know, just put one on.
You ever seen that episode of South Park where like everybody drinks like butter semen so they can become happier? Like, that's what they're all doing with Steph Curry, bro. Why do you think they can all shoot 3s?
Oh god,
they've been inhaling Steph Curry's DNA.
Valkyrie, KD's not going to the Lakers, and Kyrie's not going to the Lakers, right?
They're both going to the Knicks.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, though.
Bro, KD wants to stay where the rings are.
KD better listen. The Warriors just proved that they don't need KD to get a ring.
Bro, they don't
make it to the finals.
You can take anybody off that roster. They don't need KD. They don't need Steph. They don't need Clay. Like,
no. Let's not go that far.
No, I'm not saying they don't need all of them like at one time.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying they can afford to lose any of them. Okay, KD is the best player is like the second best player in the NBA, right behind LeBron. All right, so you're not going to sit there and tell me that Steph Curry is more valuable than KD because that's just not true, right? I mean, they don't need KD, but they don't need Steph. They don't they could lose Clay, they could lose Steph, they could lose Draymond, they could lose DeMarcus. They don't even have DeMarcus Cousins. Like, they don't they could lose 2 star players on that team and still be dominant. I mean, the 2 that you wouldn't want to lose is like Steph and KD. Those are the 2 you don't want to lose.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, like, if you lost both of them, then your team is like, I mean, they're still a good team. They got, Klay Thompson, Draymond's still a really good defensive player. DeMarcus Cousins, although he's a big crybaby, he is the best center in the NBA when he's on the court. So it's like, oh man. But people are like, oh, this is Steph Curry's team. Like, bro, the minute like KD put on that jersey, that became KD's team. Like, he's clearly the best player on the team.
The reason for that is because there's only one ball, obviously, and KD is a shooter, but
he's a scorer in general. But yeah.
But the thing is really, I don't even know whose team I should say it is. One thing I'm gonna say is without Draymond, it'll be harder to go to the finals because
Draymond's one of the more valuable players on that team that people don't like to mention.
Yeah,
like, I mean, he's not more valuable than KD. He's not more valuable than Steph. But he might be like I like if you wanted to tell me that Draymond was more valuable than Klay Thompson, I could see it. Like, I'm not saying you're right, but I could see it. Like, I'm not going to call you an idiot for that opinion. I could be like, okay, like, I see it. I'm not sure if I agree with it. I don't myself. I don't know if I agree with it, but I could see it.
So yeah, screw you guys anyway. KD's going to the Knicks. I don't care who. I don't care who's team it is.
He's chasing
the most
rings,
valuable player. Who's the most valuable player?
Dude.
Now, all the articles are saying KD to the Knicks.
All the articles, because them articles are like,
we're getting Anthony Davis. We're getting KD. We're getting Kyrie.
Too much.
Super team wearing the orange and blue. You know how it goes. We're going to the finals next year. Okay, that's all.
I'm from New York.
Daniel Jones is going to be the next Tom Brady. That's for sure.
Yes, let's go.
New York, right? And I completely disagree with that. I'm telling you right now, KD, after seeing what the Warriors could do without him, is gonna want to chase rings. Why would you not stay in a team that is
that's what I'm saying, bro? He
ring?
Went to that team for the rings. Why would he leave? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is he leaving?
Because NBA players have a track record of going to bad teams and making them good and making super teams.
But listen,
he's already on a super team, bro. He's on the best team of all time.
I'm telling you, he's not staying on the Warriors. If you think he's staying on the Warriors, you're crazy. He's not staying.
The thing is, Gio wants KD to go to a team and for them to build the team around him.
That's what I'm saying. That's cool and all, but like, why would he do that? Like, KD's proven to be a ring chaser, so why would he go anywhere?
Because if he knows,
on the best roster of all time.
if he knows during contract talks, because the NBA, they're tight like that. They're not like the NFL. They talk between each other.
Yeah, of course.
So if he knows AD is going and Kyrie is going, and then they're gonna go draft who are RJ Barrett or whoever they're gonna draft in the draft.
Here's the thing: you give the Knicks all of them plus KD. And he's still in a worse position than where he is now.
I know, but he'll want to have his own team. That's how it is. Let's like Kyrie, how he went to the Celtics.
Dude, Kyrie, you just mentioned Kyrie.
Yeah,
Kyrie's selfish.
Yeah,
Kyrie didn't get along with LeBron. You think Kyrie's gonna be like, I'll be on KD's team? Come on, bro.
He learned from his look where he did with Boston. It didn't work out.
Dude, people think he's throwing at Boston right now. People thought he was throwing.
He's not happy. He's leaving. He's leaving Boston.
But listen, he wants to be the star player. If you put KD and Kyrie in the same team, he's not going to be a star player.
That's not going to work, dude.
It's not going to work. It's going to be another LeBron and Kyrie situation.
It'll be like a KD and Russell Westbrook situation.
KD went to a team with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. You think that he's going to take the dominant approach if Kyrie comes in? Listen, it'll work out. It'll work out.
I think you just want it to work out.
You asking for too much. Too much.
I want it to work out. If you guys can wishful think, I can wishful think too.
Right, listen. I won't talk down on your hopes and dreams. But what I'm gonna say is,
fuck your hopes and dreams, man. I got braces, dude. Fuck you.
Because I got braces.
I had it for 6 years, man. You got nothing on me.
Listen, I'm gonna be next because y'all got braces. I need braces now. We need
we do it together.
Brace faces. I don't know. We're gonna change. But what is it called? Like Jzach said, KD already shown that he's chasing rings. You know you're gonna get rings there, and the East is getting harder now.
If I'm KD, bro, the only team I would possibly leave Golden State for is like the Lakers. I'd go there and play with Bron, and you have the two best players in the NBA on the same team. That's pretty fucking crazy. I would do.
Right. You're talking about me wishful thinking. If you think KD is going to stay on the Warriors, you're crazy.
No, listen. To be honest, I don't even care if he leaves or not because we don't really need him.
I want him to leave. Are you a fucking Warriors fan?
Yeah, I'm a Warriors fan, yeah.
Yo, get the fuck out of here. No.
That's what I said. Bye, Trailblazers.
You a Warriors fan? Fuck you, man. I don't care, dude. If you were born in Golden State.
No, listen.
I don't care, bro.
Listen, I'm saying this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. No. Listen. I was a year one bandwagon fan, all right?
Fuck you! Fuck you, man!
I love that. I'm a year one. I'm a day one bandwagon fan.
He's like, yeah, man. They won a few games. I became a fan. It's just I've been writing it since. Fuck you, man.
I love that.
Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you say that for me, why are you a Giants fan?
Ahmad Bradshaw. I became a fan because of Ahmad Bradshaw. I was a kid.
So I became a fan because of Will Chamberlain.
But here's the thing. All right, now this is gonna make me sound biased, but I wasn't. I became a fan the year after they won the Super Bowl, the first one with against Brady. But the thing was that when I became a fan, I didn't know anything about football. I actually didn't know the Giants had just won a Super Bowl. I had no fucking clue. Like I didn't know. I didn't care. I just liked Ahmad Bradshaw, and I just kind of leached onto the team because of that. So, I didn't become a Giants fan because they won the Super Bowl. They just had happened to win the Super Bowl the year before.
So 08?
Yeah. Typically, I think that's around then, yeah.
Red Hawk, I'm so sorry for your loss.
What do you say? I'm here in Memphis. One
over here since 89. You poor guys.
He said lifelong Cavs fan over here since 89.
Dude. The Blazers are in a horrible position. Because of Damian Lillard, the Blazers do too good to the fact that where we can't get a high enough draft pick to get better. Right, but we're never bad enough to get. But we're never because of Lillard. We're always in that place where we're always competing, and because we're always competing, we can never achieve more talent.
Just so like we're always NFL, man. Just like the NFL. Look at like I don't know the Tennessee Titans. They're always in the middle. Like they can
never just grab like dream talent. Man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro. Blazers, you give the Blazers like a real if you put Anthony Davis on the Blazers, we're winning that Golden State.
That's what I was about to say.
We just give us one big man.
The Blazers are one player away from from becoming a beast team.
And it's a big man. We need a big man.
Yeah,
like
big
we're
man.
one big man away from being a beast.
Take Cousins, yo. Take Cousins.
I know,
Oh,
man.
he
No, I
gave
fucking
him
hate
Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah,
dude.
take Cousins. Take
I
Cousins.
fucking hate DeMarcus Cousins, bro. I don't want him.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
like he's
I want like
freaking
Giannis.
riding
I
the
want
bench
Giannis.
to get a ring, bro. Like,
If I
you
could take any player and put him on the Blazers right now, if I'm thinking short term, it'd be like LeBron, of course, best player in the NBA. But if I'm thinking long term, I'm taking Giannis and like implanting him on the Blazers, and then you got one fucking hell of a team, bro. Like,
listen, bro,
that'd be nasty.
Giannis in any team, I believe, could build a dynasty.
I think Giannis is awesome, dude.
Listen, what do you?
I like his mentality.
I would have wanted the Knicks. Now that I think about it, what if the Knicks were to trade Kristaps at the time? Obviously, when he gets healthy, Kristaps to the Blazers for like McCollum and somebody else or something like that.
No, you keep McCollum. Fuck off.
Huh?
Don't take my CJ McCollum. Fuck you, man.
Listen,
I ain't giving up Lillard or CJ McCollum.
No, I mean, literally, it's too much to ask there because he's a top point guard in the league. But Kristaps for McCollum and maybe another player, I'll take it, man.
I want McCollum and Damian. I want to keep McCollum and Damian.
I think McCollum could be replaced easily. To be honest, though,
I don't think he can be replaced easily. I don't think he'd be replaced easily. Could he be replaced? Yeah, not easily. McCollum's amongst like the top 5 best shooting guards in the league right now, dude.
He's good. He's a good shooter, man.
He makes a beast.
Plays. He makes a big.
He lives in the mid range, dude.
Yeah, but man, this NFL.
Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Oh
God damn it, Ray.
I can't wait. Listen, I can't wait until the Warriors regime just dies down, and then where Ray's gonna go next.
Yeah, I know.
I'll go to the next best. I'll be a Bucks fan.
Like, somebody please. He's like, hey man, I've always been a Knicks fan, all right? I'm a Giants fan. I root for them from New York because they're just gonna get good this year. Watch. He's like, I've always been it, man. I swear.
I'll be a Bucks fan if Giannis is still around, bro. Cause listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Giannis is
a nasty animal,
bro, man.
Listen, that's a nasty boy right there.
I hope he wins MVP. To be honest, I hope he
probably will.
No. I don't think he's done good enough to win the MVP.
James probably gonna go back to back.
James Harden, yeah, I think so.
I don't think James Harden.
Harden, nasty boy.
Because the thing is, I think MVP, most valuable player, is not Harden. I don't think Harden. It's like, all right, Harden has people to help him out. I feel like Giannis don't really have anybody.
I agree. Like where would the Bucks be without Giannis? You know,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. Yeah, I mean, what would the Lakers be without fucking LeBron?
Maybe
right where they at right now.
Playoffs anyway.
Yeah. Where they at right now?
Yeah, LeBron's first year on the couch, like,
they had a bad coach, man. They had a really bad coach this year.
Yeah, but he's an idiot for thinking. He had such arrogance to think that he was going to take those teams, that team of project players, young project players, and turn them into something great in a year.
I don't know. I think in the next few years, Bron's
in the next few years, but it looked like he was so, like, you watch him play, he was so frustrated. Like LeBron was frustrated. Like he thought these young guys were just going to adapt to what he does. Like
Lonzo Ball. I mean, I knew that. I knew he wasn't going to be anything special. Everybody's like, "Oh, Lonzo Ball." I knew he wasn't going to be that good.
Oh, I knew Lonzo Ball.
He's just a passer, dude. He's an old school point guard. There's no real place for that in the league right now.
Right from when
I think Lonzo Ball is going to end up being like a 6 man. I think his career's like, I think his ceiling is like Jamal Crawford.
Who?
Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're not saying they're the same kind of player. Just saying, like, I think he'll always be like a really good 6 man in the league.
Okay.
I think that's what Lonzo ended up being. He's not even the starting point guard on their team right now, is he?
No.
Was he even starting this year? Like, he wasn't even starting.
Oh no, was Rondo there? No, Rondo's not there anymore, right?
When Rondo was there, I think Rondo was starting though. Rondo was starting over. That's the thing though; those two are literally like the same fucking player, which blows my mind. By the way, they're literally the same player. Like, I'm not kidding. It's fucking crazy, dude. They're both just passers. You know,
can we agree? Can we agree now that Michael Jordan is still the best of all time and not LeBron?
No, I think LeBron James is easily the best player of all time, dude.
Kick him off the chat.
Go ahead, tell me that. Go ahead, bro. You're actually gonna sit here and argue with me that Michael Jordan is overall just as good as LeBron James is? Like, no, LeBron does everything Jordan does, but he can do more. Like, LeBron overall, like all around, is the best basketball player to ever be on the court.
Bro, you had to think about this.
He's on the sissiest league in
exactly
right now.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. No, I agree. No, I agree. I agree. Okay. I agree. But you cannot sit here and tell me that you watch LeBron play and do not notice that athleticism that Michael Jordan did not have, dude.
Of course,
No,
LeBron is the best player of this era. But if you look at what Michael Jordan was back then, I mean, he was in such of a.
Okay, here's the thing, though. Everybody says that, but nobody. Here's the thing. Back then, the league, yeah, they were more physical, but people weren't as good back then either. Like technically speaking, people were not as good. People were not as athletic back then. People are getting more and more athletic nowadays. That's just a fact.
That's true.
You know, the league was not as athletic. They was not as fast. They were not as strong. Okay, yeah, they were more physical, but it doesn't mean they were strong. They were not as fast. Right? There was nobody like Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose pre-injury back then. There was nobody like LeBron James or KD back then, right? It was a bunch of guys. True. I mean, really think about that. Like, yeah, the game was more physical, but how much is that really going to change the level of athleticism and pure skill that we're seeing in this year's generation? Kobe, in my personal opinion, is the mixture of both. Kobe's the mixture of both. Like I truly do. Like in terms of one-on-one, I think Kobe's the best one-on-one player.
I love Kobe, but I feel like you can't really put them in the same category. I feel like Kobe's just his own person. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't really. He's his own person. Like he's not really a mixture of anybody. He's Kobe. So
no. What I'm saying about Kobe, when I'm saying a mixture of both, I'm not saying he's the mix between LeBron and Michael Jordan. I'm saying he's the mix between this era's like athleticism and technique versus that era's physicality. That's what I mean. Like he's played in both, you know. So that's what I mean. And everybody's like, "Oh, Michael Jordan never lost any finals." It's a team effort, dude. Kill yourself. Like I literally hate people who say stupid shit like that. Like, "Oh, Tom Brady more rings." Like that's a team effort, dude. Shut up. I'm talking about like pure player. Like overall, if I had to count on one player to build my team to be the most balanced team in the world, like LeBron James is more balanced than Michael is. He's way more athletic. He drives better than Jordan does. Defense, they're kind of around there. He can shoot just as well. In fact, he's got a better 3-point shot than Jordan does. You know, that's the thing. Jordan was really technical, and I like that, but I just don't think he can match that physicality and just versatility that LeBron has. LeBron's a Swiss Army knife. And if we're talking one-on-one, which by the way, I don't really consider that when I talk about who's a better basketball player. I think Kobe's the best one-on-one player probably ever. You know, I think Kobe's definitely it. But in terms of a team player, I just think LeBron's better, dude. I got to be honest with you. Like, do I think Michael Jordan's the second best player of all time? Yeah, I do. And I'm not saying that like LeBron would whoop him or LeBron's way better, but I do put LeBron like a hairline above MJ. And then right under MJ, I got Kobe. But actually, sometimes I actually am down to agree that Kobe and MJ might be a tied. Like I'm higher on Kobe.
Kobe should be up there. Like nobody ever talks about Kobe, but he should be.
I think Kobe should have an argument for greatest player of all time. Like I could understand somebody make an argument for it to be Kobe. I'm not saying I think it's Kobe. I do think it's Bron. Like I think it's like all right. It's like here we go. I think it's Bron, MJ, and then like Kobe's like. Oh my God. Like it's like right there for Kobe and MJ. Like I could flip a coin to see who's better. Like that's how close I think those two are. But I do think LeBron's like a hairline better than those two. I just do. I think he'll work on more teams, you know, and I think especially when you factor in their personality, nobody wants to play with Michael Jordan. Nobody wants to play with Michael. People
it's getting to the point with LeBron also that he's becoming a little like
yeah, I mean he's becoming that, but Michael Jordan was that like his whole life.
But one thing I'm saying is, I believe that if Jordan was to play in today's NBA,
I was gonna say that.
That he would dominate. I believe that.
I don't know. I don't think he'd do as good as LeBron. I'm being honest with you. I think he would dominate. I do think he would dominate. I just don't think he could do what LeBron does. I just don't. I can't see it. Like I can't see his like when I go and watch tape on Jordan, he jumps off the screen, but not in the way LeBron jumps off the screen. Like Bron jumps off, like, did that guy seriously just fucking do that? Like, I didn't think it was possible for a human being to do some of the stuff that LeBron does. You know what I mean? That's the crazy puff. That's the crazy stuff. Like I said, MJ's insane. You know, he's almost unguardable. But I don't know. I just think LeBron's better overall.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think, and I'm not saying this just because I'm a fan.
Yeah, Chris.
Do you think that Curry is the best shooter
of all time? Yeah, I think if anybody says that Steph Curry is not the best shooter of all time, they don't know sports or they don't know basketball. Steph Curry undoubtedly is the best shooter of all time. I think KD is the best offensive player of all time. But I think in terms of just pure shooting the ball, Steph Curry is easily the best shooter of all time. He's got such a high percentage, let alone the fact that he takes all those halftime buzzer shots just for fun, and they barely even hurt his percentage, which blows my mind. So no, Steph Curry is easily the best shooter of all time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not an argument.
Yeah, because a lot of people debate on that, and I feel like Curry had a major role in how the game is formed now, with a lot of people taking threes. You see big man taking threes. You see all these people taking threes.
Yeah,
it's because of Curry.
I don't think that's because of Curry. I just think that's that's just the fact that the 3-point. I think people are just understanding that if you can shoot the three, the 2-pointer is basically just obsolete. Like it's nothing about it. I don't think it has
boy KP
Curry boy
the KP.
Curry, but you know.
I just feel like everybody. The 3-point's been around for a while. I just feel like Curry played a big role in how the game is shaped right now, and he breaks his own records.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, in terms of shooting, but you're going to kill me and you're going to call me biased for this, especially since you're a State fan, a Golden State fan. This would be fun to tell you. I think Damian Lillard is a better player than Steph Curry is, though.
I know why I heard you say that.
You heard that. I do think I think Damian Lillard is I think he's the best point guard in the NBA right now. And it's not, and I'm being honest with you, I don't even think it's because of my bias. I'm not a basketball fan enough to have bias. Like I'm not that much of a basketball fan to have bias. I'm slowly becoming more and more of a basketball fan. Like I'm watching a lot more. But I mean, like I said, I still stand behind the fact that Curry's the best shooter of all time and still is the best shooter in the NBA. I think Damian can more than he can.
Dennis Smith could take Klay Thompson, could take CJ McCollum. Dennis Smith is the best shooting guard in the NBA.
Get the fuck
out. Or point guard.
Get the fuck out of my face. One guy I think is crazy overrated is Russell Westbrook. I think people ridiculous on Russell Westbrook. He's not even a good player.
I know he's really falling off a cliff, man. He's falling off a cliff. I have a friend, Ray Benny. You know Benny's an OKC fan. He even said it. Damian Lillard is the best point guard in the NBA. He even said it. He said, "Oh, Russell Westbrook is just falling off a cliff because the game is just getting away from him. He can't shoot a three. He can't make big time shots. He's just a slasher. He's just he's just
my boy Logo Lillard. It's my man."
Which one thing I'm gonna say is that's the main reason why KD left. A lot of people say that if KD was still on the Thunders, that they might have ended up getting a ring. No, they're not gonna get a ring. They were not.
Dude,
that's so sad. That's so sad, man.
Dude, before KD went to Golden State, that was the best roster of all time. When KD hit the team, they just became that much better of the best roster, like that much more of the best roster of all time. Like it's almost pathetic at this point. When they got DeMarcus Cousins, I was almost like, what the fuck? Like, is this somebody's ultimate team on 2K? Like, what is this shit? Like, it's not even funny anymore at this point. It's just like, what the fuck is happening?
I know, the rich got richer.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like,
Beef Jerky Joe says D Rose is the GOAT. Yeah, when he's with the Knicks. Yeah. Woo. The failed super team,
man. Pre-injury, dude. Derrick Rose. He was Russell Westbrook before there was Russell Westbrook.
Derrick Rose, man. I watched his because I wasn't a huge basketball fan at the time during his like rookie year and stuff like that when he won MVP. I watched him. I was like, oh my god, that was Derrick Rose.
I saw that video when he got traded. That was kind of sad. He was crying and shit. That was real sad.
Ooh, LaMelo to OKC.
Is he in the draft this year?
Nah, I don't think so.
I feel like LaMelo will have a better chance in the NBA than
Lonzo.
Lonzo, yeah.
Yeah, I think LaMelo looks more versatile to me. But
I can care less about
LaMelo got like 2 years. I think this is a senior year. I think he goes to college. He could go to college for 1 year, then go to NBA.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a Seth and Steph Curry.
Seth and Steph.
Listen, I'm sorry that your team had the bad Curry.
Yeah, dude. I was always like, anytime Steph Curry's on the court, I'm like, man, you're not even the Curry I want, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. Every time he went up for a three, I'm
to my team, I'm like shipping off CJ. I mean, if we got Steph Curry, I'm shipping off CJ. I'm moving Steph Curry to shooting guard, even though he's fucking tiny as hell. And I'm getting myself like a small forward or something like that, and I'm just fucking raining threes on somebody's ass, bro.
Yo, Damon
like I'm just trying to rain threes on somebody's ass. I don't give a fuck.
My God. Like Damon Steph, that would be crazy.
Oh my god, that'd be insane. Can we talk about Game of Thrones now? Because I'm pretty pissed off.
Oh yeah, we talked about Game of Thrones, but we can talk about it again. I don't care. Go ahead.
This is some hot fucking garbage, dude. What the hell? Like, fuck this noise, man. This is some bullshit, dude. Like, there's a petition online for them to restart the whole season.
It's not going to happen.
But the thing is,
the thing is, they wanted that not because they wanted it to happen, but they're just trying to show the writers that they really disliked it. Like they don't really think I signed a position. I ain't gonna lie, I signed it, but but I mean, nobody really thought it was gonna happen, but we're just trying to show the writers, like we're trying to voice our opinions. Like, yo, that thing sucked. It sucked.
Just sucks so much ass, bro. Like, so the writing is just so bad, man.
Writing was bad, man. It was
like
terrible.
Bran, really?
Bran,
like Sansa becoming queen? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I mean, I knew Dany was gonna die, and I knew Jon was gonna be the one to kill her, but like, just the way it's all been done was so garbage, man. Like, yeah. I know in the book she's probably still gonna become the Mad Queen.
Yeah, that's what I said.
In a way better fashion, you know, it'll be done in a better fashion. You know, this makes me so sad. Like, you know how much time I've spent watching the show? Like, every time a new season came out, I binge watched every season up until that new season. Like, you know how much hours of my life I've put into the show?
Trust me, bro.
Bro, like, I've probably put in like 3 years of like time, and I'm talking pure hours too into that show. And like,
yeah, Ray rewatched the whole thing like 4 times, dude.
I'm not
gonna get the books now and just start reading the books, bro. Like,
I know I'm about to buy the books, man.
I know the last book right now ended on like literally, I think like it ended with Jon dying, like laying in the snow, dying.
Okay.
So I do know it's a spoiler. I mean, everybody knows Jon's coming back to life. The story, he's the main character. Him and Daenerys are literally the main characters of. It's called A Song of Ice and Fire, for crying out fucking loud, you know?
Yeah.
So, even the writers said, like, of the show, they said that, like, you know, what's his name? George R. R. Martin shared 3 things with them. You know, Ned Stark dying, Jon Snow coming back to life, and then how he wanted to end the show. And they said they'll never spoil how he wanted to end the books. But, you know, like, so we all know Jon's coming back, but I know that's when the last book ended. Yeah. So that's not a lot of material to read up to, and there's a lot of stuff in the books that aren't in the show. Like Catelyn Stark came back to life.
Yeah, Lady Stoneheart.
Lady Stoneheart. So I know there's like a nice leather set on Amazon. The book, they're like a little bit smaller books, but they're a whole.
Oh, I like them. Yeah, I like those.
On Amazon, they're like $80. I might be buying that in 2 Fridays from now. Like my next paycheck. There's like a small leather book set of Game of Thrones. It's like $80. So like I've seen reviews of it online on YouTube. The books that are actually that small, but they made the books a little smaller because they're leather backed. Okay. So it's a nice leather back set of all the books so far.
And hardcovers are more expensive, so you know.
Yeah, I don't mind a leather back. That's not.
Yeah, I don't care.
Actually, I think they are hardback. Let me go on Amazon right now and look it up.
They are hardback, but they just love leather.
Yeah. A Song of Ice and Fire.
I have one of the books also. I bought the A Dance of Dragons. Or
Dance of Dragons. That's the 5th one, right? That's the one where Jon dies.
That's the fourth one.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm seeing a bunch of like normal book sets here.
All right, listen, Jzach. I am one of the biggest Game of Thrones fans. Right?
Yeah, me too.
And
I'm a nerd.
Yeah, I'm really a Game of Thrones nerd. I want to know what was your opinion on season 8 besides the finale. What was your opinion? Because I see it was rushed. But like, did you like any of the episodes? No. Because I liked episode 5.
I loved the first episode, like where they're prepping for war, where Podrick sang what's her name? Lady Brienne. She got knighted. I liked that episode. Podrick's voice is like gold. I did like that episode. I finally got to see some Arya cheeks. No, if I'm being honest with you though, dude, I actually was really like, I felt awkward watching that because like I seen her as a kid. Like she's older than I am, so I should be like, hey girl, what's good? But like, but I seen her as a kid, so like, oh, I don't know if I should be like happy or like freaked out about this. Maybe both. Like, so that was weird. But I did like that episode. What happened in episode 5 again specifically? Is that last week's episode? No, that sucked ass too. That was garbage too. I mean, I'm cool with Dany burning the kids because I expected her to do that, but I wanted to see more of a reason why, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly why. If they had a reason why,
And like, I don't know. And then I actually, you know, the crazy part is I actually haven't seen this week's episode yet. I just seen a lot of scenes from it on Google, and I know.
You didn't watch the ending?
I've seen the ending. I've seen the ending.
Oh, I see.
Well, I don't know what happens exactly at the ending. Like I saw the scene where Dany dies. I've seen a scene. I know Jon takes the black because he killed the queen. I know Arya ships off. I know Sansa becomes queen. of the North. I know Bran, of all people, becomes king of the Six Kingdoms or whatever. I know what's his name becomes master of coin, which is weird. I don't know why he's coin. Tyrion, my nigga, got hand to the king. That's great. So I know about all of that. I just haven't seen the actual episode yet. I just know a lot of shit that happens.
Yeah, Marjorie says cinematography was top notch. That's something I do have to agree.
That's true.
The shots were great.
But the writing's just been garbage, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of like the Transformers series.
Man, no,
you know, damn right that I'm right.
This show just, I'm so upset, man.
Listen, Michael Bay was.
I really did want Danny and John to like be able to rule together. Like I actually did want that to happen, low key, dude. Like
I didn't want it. I wanted Danny to get killed by John.
I actually wanted them to have a happy ending. Like I knew it wasn't gonna happen. And the fact that the Night King, like I can't, don't even get me started on this whole bullshit with like the fight. Like, dude, this has been hyped up since season 1. Like the first scene ever of Game of Thrones is a White Walker killing people. And you're gonna fucking tell me that we're gonna handle it all in one episode? And Arya, of all people, gets to kill the Night King? Fuck you.
No, but you know what though? I kind of like that they did that. But like, all right.
The N-word, yeah.
If I had to choose
with an A at the end of it, bite me. Go ahead.
If I had to choose any person other than Jon Snow to kill the Night King, I would choose Arya. So
no, bro.
Who would you choose?
If it's not Jon, it's Bran.
Oh, Bran uses some kind of wargame stuff. Yeah,
like warg fight. That's what needs to happen. If it's not Jon, then it's that. Like then it's got to be Bran. It's one of like the last people who should have killed the Night King. Like she's got nothing with him. She's never seen a White Walker before. Like there's nothing. Or maybe like Samwell. You know, something somebody who has some sort of affiliation with White Walker, somebody who's seen them, somebody who's lost from
like a personal connection. Yeah,
yes. Like Arya has never even like seen a White Walker before. Now she gets to kill like the White Walker god. Like, no, dude.
Yeah, I feel like the only connection they made
between him and Jon. Like, even if Jon didn't kill him, I wanted the one-on-one fight where Jon got to prove that he's the most gifted swordsman in all of like Westeros, you know, and all of the world of Game of Thrones, because Jon has been hyped up to be the best, you know, sword fighter of everybody. You know, like it's just that's
like all right. Because you mentioned that, I'm gonna mention this. When Jon was facing the Night King, like before he rolls all those people, I swear I thought they was gonna get into
that was a bitch move.
Yeah,
he was scared, bro. He was straight up scared of your boy.
Yeah, exactly.
He was scared of your boy Aegon Targaryen, man. He was scared.
Listen, I thought they was gonna get into a sword fight. I wanted to see.
Like I was like, "Fuck yeah, boy, here we go!" And he's like, "Nope." John
wanted all the smoke. This dude's like, "Yo, hurry up, guys, rise up!"
He's like,
"Rise up, come on, please, hurry up! He's coming!
Oh, thank God! Oh, fuck!"
And then, like, I feel like the only connection they gave Arya to the Night King.
I'm gonna cut you off, but yeah, this is another one. How the fuck did Arya get past the other White Walkers?
Like, that's what I said.
Like,
she's no one, bro. She's no one.
No one.
She's no one. A girl has no name. She's no one, bro.
Fuck a girl who is no one, dude. She came out of fucking nowhere.
Exactly.
She freaking materialized, just like
I know. She just like popped out of the snow like fucking Naruto. He just popped out of the snow, dude. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now, though. The only connection they gave Arya to killing the the Night King, was the whole prophecy that Melisandre
shut eyes of green.
Yeah,
she didn't fulfill it, by the way. She didn't
fulfill it. Yeah. She didn't. And also, one thing I'm gonna say is that what is it called? Also, the other little mini connection I think they gave, it was like when she was talking to Gendry and she was like, what are the White Walkers like? And he was like death. Yeah. So in her mind, like the god of death, or like what do you say to the god of death? I know death.
Remember, she's like, I know death, and she fucking, I don't know, dude. I wanted that one guy. I forgot what his name was. He was her teacher in Westeros. I thought he was gonna come back. We never saw him die. And in Game of Thrones, if you didn't see somebody die, they didn't die. So I wanted to see that guy come back. I wanted him to be the faceless man. You know, the whole time we were supposed to see the faceless man.
That was such a huge cliffhanger. He was supposed to find Arya. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to find her, and he never did. After all that happened, man, that's so freaking annoying.
Oh, Marjorie just mentioned the White Horse. Listen,
the White Horse in the finale. The first person we see is Arya. Where the hell is the White Horse?
Yeah.
And where the hell did she go? because the fifth episode ended with her getting out the city with the white horse, but the final episode begins with her in the city without the white horse. So that they like
I think all that shit. Like that was the most book.
And they spent 5 minutes on that. They spent like 5 minutes on that.
Arya literally has the most plot armor out of any character in this damn show, bro.
She survived like 10 times.
She survives for the power of women and shit like that. It's bullshit.
You know what I think would have been a beast part? Like what they should have did instead of that white horse, they should have had Nymeria, Arya's dog.
Yeah, like do something, bro. Yeah, like Ghost, like John just abandons Ghost. What the fuck is that?
Oh, but he pets him. He pets him.
Like, dude, fuck you, John. Ghost can bite your damn hand off at this point.
I know. I would have Ghost and bite his hand off for having the ear come off. Like, I lost my ear for you. I lost my ear.
Yeah, speaking of Arya, like winning for the power of feminism, this is off topic. Did you guys see that goddamn Batwoman fucking trailer?
Oh my god,
that was the most garbage I've seen.
The CW just got more feminist.
My God, it'll be perfect when it can fit a woman. Like, fuck you, bro. Like, she's like, I don't want a man taking credit for a woman's job. Like, you're stealing his logo, his image, his tech. Like, you're stealing everything from this man. Like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, Ray, you gotta see the freaking you gotta see it. You love the CW franchise, right? Well, Batwoman's coming to the CW.
Bro, go watch those on YouTube just so you can drop a dislike on it. That's what I fucking did.
Bro, they take a crap on men, bro. They take a crap on
men. Like Superwoman, I thought Superwoman was already pretty feminist as it got. Yeah. And like, oh my God, this show is going to be just like walking feminism, like every episode. Like,
and I haven't seen Black Lightning, but I know there's some parts of like some scenes where they just like
matter stuff in there, so like that. Yeah, like they did that with a show called Empire. It's about this black family. They own like a record company and all that stuff. The show is plastered with like Black Lives Matter stuff in there.
Jussie Smollett.
Yeah, Jussie Smollett. Hey, bro, what's good?
This is MAGA country.
It's MAGA country, baby. That was so, dude. I love that shit when it came out that he was a fucking liar. Like I'm not one of those people. Like I'm usually an innocent to proven guilty kind of guy. But when he came out, I was already kind of like, what the hell? Like who's walking around with bleach, like just hanging out? You know, like so sketchy. And then he comes out, he fucking like paid his cousins or some shit like that. Like.
I paid his friends,
like all because they wanted the bigger paycheck. He got kicked off the show now. Good luck him finding fucking work now. I find it's hilarious, man.
Oh god! All right, so we're gonna wrap this up now.
My fucking mom and friend are literally watching the last episode of Game of Thrones in the living room.
What? Yo,
right now,
just laugh at
you already seen everything that happens in the episode. The rest of it is just people walking.
Yeah.
So you watched the episode. You already watched the episode.
Like, hold on, I do have a question now. Why the fuck did like Grey Worm not go like attack John?
That's what everybody wonders.
And the Dothraki, like those people would die for her, and they're not gonna like go fight him. Like they're not gonna try. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would not mind if Grey Worm tries to fight John, and then John just claps his cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind that, but like at least have them be angry about it or something. You know? Like, why are they just like, eh? Like why?
Grey Worm was inconsistent too in the finale because he wanted to kill all prisoners. He was killing all prisoners, and then he decides after Dany's dead, decides to keep Tyrion and decides to keep John.
Yeah,
for plot.
First of all, let me just say this. I'm gonna sound like a whole asshole. There's gonna be me unfiltered. Why the fuck is no dick niggas having any power? You have no dick. What the yo? Listen, I don't know, bro. I was so mad, bro. Listen,
my God.
Yo, if I was John, I'm like, unhand me.
Unhand me.
You unnutted male.
That's fucked up. I love Grey Worm's character, dude. That's fucked
up.
Bro. I wish John would have put a spear through his heart, man.
Listen, I loved Grey Worm's character before Missandei died. He became an asshole.
He died. He was a great character, man.
Yeah,
I liked him.
That's another example of just.
Missandei too. I really like the relationship. You know some bullshit though about the character of Missandei? You know, want to hear some bullshit about her, that actress? She had problems with the way Missandei died, which I didn't have a problem with Missandei dying or the way she died. But you know why she had a problem with the way she died?
Why?
She said, I want to quote her, but this is practically, I'm paraphrasing the quote here. She said it was a shame to see the only show's woman of color taken out in such an abrupt way. Like, why the fuck does that matter?
Oh god.
Kill yourself. Like, why the fuck does that shit matter, bro?
Listen, she had one of the best deaths in this season.
In the season, she had, and that
so-
final Dracarys was the shit.
Yeah, right when she said that before she died.
I was
No,
like,
but-
oh shit, all right, I see you. I was like, fuck, dude, all right. Like, god damn, bro.
Listen, bro. All I know is when I seen, first of all, how y'all slave, y'all were slaves, right? Y'all going to a new land. It's not even where you from, right?
Mhm.
You have no dick. That's the main point to me. You have no dick. and you hear
Unhand me, man, with no testicles. Unhand me.
and you the one calling the shots, and then after they basically kick John out, they go to North.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? You know what's why would Bran? Obviously, he's the three-eyed raven. He knows that they're going to North or whatever. Why didn't he just say, "Yo, they're gone. Yo, John, come back. Yo."
Yeah, I know.
That makes no sense.
The thing is, like, Bran's powers were so poorly written and inconsistent.
Exactly. It's so
Like-
OP that they had to notch it down. Because in the books, I'm sure Bran's gonna be a freaking beast.
Bran's gonna be amazing in the book.
Yeah,
And I'm sure he's not gonna be so fucking like dead either.
vegetable. Yeah, he's not gonna be a freaking
Anybody could
vegetable.
act for Bran's role, dude. Anybody could do Bran's role at this point. Like,
I am no longer Bran. I am
Yeah.
the three-eyed raven.
Three-eyed raven, yeah.
Oh
Bro,
but
listen.
no. First he was Bran, then he's the three-eyed raven. Now he's Bran again. You know,
Yeah.
because he got king.
Exactly,
I'm Bran
bro.
again. Yo, I'm Bran the Broken. Alright,
Bro.
you know.
so bad.
Listen, I'm gonna say a theory that I believe, right?
Bob
There's
he had no
gonna be a
food
se-
today. No food today. He broke the wheel.
Yeah,
He broke the wheel.
I broke the wheel. I broke the wheel,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Listen, one thing I'm gonna say.
Theon died though, bro. Like at one point in time, I wanted to see Theon go out like a son of a bitch. Like I wanted to see him get wrecked, and then like I like eventually started switching over. I'm like, oh no, Theon, don't die. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Like,
what's funny? A lot of people thought that they thought
thought he
Theon and Sansa. Yeah,
I thought he and Sansa were gonna.
I
somehow-
actually wouldn't mind that because
Yeah, I
Sansa needs some
wouldn't
love,
mind it either.
and Theon needs some love too.
Yeah.
But
they
what were
both
you gonna say?
broken.
What were you gonna say, Ray?
Okay, so one of my theories, right, is because there's definitely gonna be a prequel, and I believe there's gonna be a sequel.
Yeah,
But
dude.
the-
I don't know if I want to watch the prequel though, dude. Like,
I want to watch the prequel because I would like to see, because they're gonna be talking about the Targaryens. There might be a prequel where it shows how
the Night King.
no. What was the first Targaryen? I forgot his name. I always forget his name.
Oh, me too. Yeah, and he had the first dragon. The dragon that lived for like 3,000 years.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Valyrian. Huh?
Nah. there can even be a sequel. I mean, a prequel with about
Bro, if you're
Valyrian.
still worried about Avengers Endgame spoilers, just get with the program already, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. If you're still worried about
Endgame spoilers, I'm dead.
Tony Stark dies,
No,
and so,
Bobby.
Listen,
so does the redheaded chick.
let me finish my theory. All right?
Go ahead.
All right. So, you see how they always mention that he's not gonna be able to walk again, but he's gonna fly.
Yeah.
I believe. I don't know if you've seen the end, but in the end, Bran says he's gonna go after Drogon and try to find Drogon.
Yeah, he said I'll find him.
Oh, did
So
he?
I believe that he's gonna try to warg into Drogon and be like control Drogon. I
I
feel
mean,
like
we're not
in
gonna have a
sequel.
sequel though, so like,
No, there's a 5 spin-offs, and one
yeah,
of
but
them
they're
is a
not
prequel.
sequels.
No, one of them might be. I don't know if they are sequels. But
I don't think
there's a
they're all gonna be
possibility.
prequels though. That's the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Arya might get a sequel. Honestly.
Dude, fuck Arya. I don't want Arya to
No,
get one.
I want Arya to get one.
At this point, fuck Arya, dude. Like, I'm
But-
more interested in like what's gonna be
I'd rather say
Westeros
John.
than I am Arya. Like, fuck
I-
Arya. at this
I
point.
actually don't care about the wildlings though. I don't care about them.
I don't
like-
know who fucking cares about the
Besides
Wild.
besides
listen.
Tormund, if I
Tormund is fucking the shit. Tormund's
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'd rather see John's part, because you see how there's a Song of Ice and Fire, right?
Yeah.
There was a theory that I don't know. You didn't really watch the ending, but Drogon grabbed Daenerys and carried her away somewhere. And supposedly there's a theory that he's gonna throw her into a volcano and she's gonna come back to life because of the Lord of Light. And because of that, John's gonna have to come back. Something's gonna have to happen with John. So John's gonna do what he's got to do up north with the wildlings, and most likely there's gonna be another fight between John and Daenerys. I don't know what the writers are gonna do, but the whole what I was gonna say, yeah, what is it called? Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Well, while he's on that, I saw John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. By the way, best movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Ooh, I need to watch freaking John Wick.
Bro, oh my god, like it's the
I'm
best.
gonna watch it tonight. Screw that.
It's got a horrible ending though. I won't lie to you. Like,
screw you.
A small spoiler alert. Like, it's something that happens in the movie. You know how they keep advertising this is going to be a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. We're getting a part 4, boys. That's a spoiler I'll drop to y'all. We are getting a part 4. It's official. I ain't mad at it because if anybody knows me, John Wick, the series, is my favorite movie series of all time. Specifically the John Wick movies. John Wick 1, when I first saw it, became my favorite movie of all time. When I saw Chapter 2, that became my favorite movie of all time. And now I saw Parabellum, became my favorite movie of all time. So I'm not upset that we get a part 4, but how we're getting a part 4 is kind of stupid. Like, if y'all want to know more details after the stream,
I need to watch John Wick. I haven't watched it. I've seen like highlights of it and stuff like that. I watched it in a barbershop one time, but
you haven't watched any John Wicks?
Oh my god, dude, you have no idea.
Oh, okay. I've seen 1 and 2.
It's the cleanest actions I've ever seen in my life.
I know. Trust me. I look. Keanu Reeves is one of my favorite actors.
He's one of my favorite actors in the world. Yeah. Like, he's just he's my favorite actor right now.
Yeah,
great guy as well. You know, he's a great guy in real life too. Which
a point I wanted to bring up that Marjorie said. I don't know if Marjorie's still here. That I could read her thing. She had a very good point. Why didn't Bran tell Arya was west of Westeros?
Yo, he doesn't tell anybody anything, dude.
He don't care. He's like, screw you guys. You guys are asking me everything. I'm not a genie.
Listen, he don't care what they do. I feel like he has a hidden agenda that we'll be finding out soon. Because first of all, why are you going after Drogon? You ain't telling nobody why you're going after Drogon.
He knew he was going to be king. And he knew he was going to be king.
Exactly. First of all, you in a wheelchair. How the fuck you gonna? How are you gonna even find Drogon? Who you gonna have? You gonna have Podrick freaking push you around?
Poor Podrick.
Poor Podrick. Sir Podrick.
Honestly, I'm so pissed off about Jaime Lannister too. What, like, just all these character arcs, just this character development, dude, just knocked out for no reason, bro. Like, and Cersei deserved a way better death than that.
Yes. I wouldn't mind if. Listen, first of all, I wouldn't mind if Daenerys. Well, I know this is unpopular opinion, but I wouldn't mind if Daenerys were to confront Cersei right up front with Drogon there and just burn her to shreds. Yeah, but I wanted Arya. I wanted Arya to fulfill what she wanted to do.
Either that, or I wanted it to be Jaime.
Yeah, or Jaime. Yes, Jaime was my number one. Jaime was my number one. Like, I thought he was tricking Brienne and going to King's Landing to go kill Cersei.
Me too. But yeah, I told you that too. I believe that also.
Yeah, I thought he was going to kill her. Like.
And one thing I'm gonna say, I always thought, like, from the beginning of the season, because Gio was telling me how he believes she's gonna become the Mad Queen, and I had like that thought in the back of my mind, but I was like, I don't want it to become that. That's my wife. But I was like, it's gonna happen. So I was expecting, if it lets that, there was gonna be a dragon battle between Jon Snow and Daenerys.
Yes, Rhaegal and Drogon.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Ray.
I wanted to see we never got to see. We never got to test this theory if Jon is fireproof because he's Targaryen.
I know, right?
He'd be burned. Like, we never got to test that theory either, which makes me sad. Like, I really want.
I would have loved if freaking Drogon. By the way, Drogon not burning Jon was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I know dragons are smart and everything. They're intelligent.
The reason why he didn't is apparently because he knew. Like that's a Targaryen. He doesn't want to kill another Targaryen. That's the thing. Because now Jon is like the last Targaryen. And by the way, I just found the book set and it's only $50. Low key, I might have to cop.
Really?
They're $50 right now. I'll drop the link to y'all.
Is that the sale? I might have to wait till
it's a leather book set. They're leather bound. I might have to cop. I just put the link in the description. I mean in the chat.
Nice.
Okay. That's $45.85. I might have to cop that, bro.
Because it was more expensive.
Shipping. Yeah, I know.
Because the paperback is big. Well, okay, never mind. It's like $85. It's $39.15 with shipping. My bad.
But is it Prime? Is it Prime eligible?
No, it's not Prime, but it's $39.15 with shipping for me anyway. That's still cop worthy. That's like $80. That's cop worthy right there, dude.
You can get it with Prime.
Not this product. I'm looking for it everywhere. I just typed
it in. I just checked it. It said yes, I want free with.
Oh yeah, get it as soon as
with Amazon Prime. So you take shipping off.
No,
the leather bound one.
Shipping.
Yeah. Huh?
You still have to pay that $39 shipping.
Really?
I think with Prime, I'm pretty sure. There's no way.
No, it's free. It's free.
Y'all have Prime and it's free. It's just $45.
It says $45.85. Yeah.
Just with Prime?
Yeah, just
No, low key,
Yep.
I don't have Prime. If one of y'all want to buy me that on Friday, I will low key PayPal you that money. I'm not even playing games.
You could just
I don't have
you
Prime.
can get a but you can get a 30-day trial.
I already used mine.
Use another one.
Fuck, dude.
Make another one.
I'm trying to
just
contact.
just message me. Just message me. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I will PayPal you that straight up.
All right, guys, so we're gonna wrap this up. Jzach, I was saying that I wanted to make a whole freaking thing where we pre-record our Game of Thrones talk and stuff like that and talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I know there are a lot of people not interested in what we kind of forced it down
we had
their
a couple
throat.
haters.
Yeah, we got a couple haters, but it's all right. That's why a lot of people left, but it's whatever. I loved it. So, all right, guys, we are ending it. Be sure to tune in next week, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for another episode of the Undrafted Analysts. Thank you guys for joining in. I'll see you guys next time. Later, guys.
Later.